I had that one viewer, and that viewer made me keep going. And each day and more. Week 2, I started averaging 4 viewers. Week 3, 8 viewers. Week 4, 20 viewers.
All right, let's go. What's going on with y'all tonight, man? What's going on with y'all tonight?
Chilling.
Everything's
Yeah,
good.
Everything's
Same
good.
thing,
Everything's
different
everything. Yeah, I know how we about to get into it tonight. We about to get into it real live tonight. It's Wednesday night. You know, Wednesday night, we definitely check in here for the ladies on Wednesday night and stuff. So we
You
definitely
know,
about to get into it tonight. But before we get started and everything, I just want to say, how's everybody day? How was your day and everything today?
smooth, man. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? Waking up is a blessing, it's a gift. Feel me? We woke up, do another thing tonight. So, we good. Everything's smooth.
That's
amen.
what I'm talking
Mine was good. It was productive. I would say very productive.
Shit, well, me, I was just chilling today. I had the day off today, so I was chilling. Sitting in here going through some more videos, trying to figure out how to make this thing great. Trying to make
Mm.
Black and Talkative great. F America is great. But now on the real tip, I'm just bullshitting y'all. But on the real tip though, like I told y'all before, I'm coming for that deal, Ciroc. Y'all niggas holla at me. I ain't playing with y'all. But yeah, we gonna get it started. And I don't know where my boy yet. My boy should be popping in soon though. But let's get this shit cracking up here tonight. Who else out there in the chat with us tonight, man? Y'all definitely gotta throw them checks in the crowd, man. Who out there with us tonight, man? Throw them checks in the crowd so we could get it kicked off, man. Season 2, episode 3 of Black and Talkative. Throw them checks in the crowd.
Hey,
All
I
right,
had I forgot to get
brother.
with you on something. When we get offline, remind me that I was supposed to send you and tell you something. Just remind me. Just tell me that.
I got you, my brother. I got you. Definitely. I see them checks rolling in there. What up, Karen, Ron, Julio, Tashi, Taj? What's going on with y'all tonight? There go my guy right there. Look, there go my guy. I was waiting for that nigga to pop in there. There you go. There go my boy Cheese. The almighty white brother is back again. Oh, who is this right here? Jake Word. Oh, we got my dog Aaron in the motherfucking house tonight too. Let's go. What up, Big A? Okay, let's go. We got George in the house. Okay, we good. We gonna get it going tonight. That's what I'm talking about. I
Okay.
love to see the crowd checking in. I love it, guys. That's what I'm talking about. But we gonna
That's
have fun
fine.
here tonight. Like I always tell people every week, we might get into something a little touchy. We might ruffle a little feathers. But at the end of the day, all we do it with is we do it with love. That's all I gotta say about that. Everything we do on here, we do it with love, peace, and respect. But definitely, we about to get into it, y'all. We gonna get it going tonight. Y'all already know how people always talking about putting your trust in people and things like that. So we gonna go ahead and kick it off like that. Is trust earned or given?
I would say that trust is definitely earned and not given. Because when you just freely give your trust away, and don't allow the other person to earn it, you open yourself up to being taken advantage of. So I would say, for me, I would rather someone earn my trust than for me to just give it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to earn some trust. You gotta, you know, oversee some things. You gotta, overcome some things in order to gain my trust. Excuse me. It's not just given out away that freely. I don't want to open myself up that freely to be taken advantage of. So definitely earn, not given.
Got you on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's more of a protective type of measure. Yeah, you gotta earn the trust. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, I mean, I think the reason why we are that way is because maybe we had a bad experience or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever you're a child, you kind of a lot more freely. That's why you have to be taught don't talk to strangers. You ain't even know strangers was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Until you was taught it. So I think that's more stranger things. I think that's more so based upon experience, based upon experience, and then maybe something happened and now you gotta kind of keep your guard up a little bit, as it should be, as it should be. But yes, it definitely need to be earned because you will get taken advantage of.
Yeah, I think it too. It
Definitely.
increases like your level of respect too. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have that, like you mentioned, that guard up or like just that little bit of a boundary, like it just kind of increases your respect level, and you don't become so much of a target. You know what I'm saying, for other people to take advantage. So again, like I said, it's definitely earned. Like I don't just give away my trust freely. You got to work hard for that.
Gotcha. But me, I got a different model from y'all. I feel what y'all saying, but my model is a little different. Like I look at it as like I understand like people say, yeah, trust is earned and things like that. But me, I'm different. Like I just feel like I could just trust you. Like I trust people, and eventually people are gonna see who like they're gonna eventually be who they are. So it takes too much time and stressing to be worrying about if you can put this much trust into a person or something like that. So when I meet someone, I give them the respect, give them the trust, and as time roll on, we're gonna eventually see who they are. So I live by like a little different model than that. I just rather just to trust everybody, and they gonna finally show their damn true colors. It doesn't matter if it's a year from now, whatever, but they're gonna eventually show their true colors. So I feel like it's less stress than me having to worry about if I could trust this person or not. But I'm
Mhm.
not gonna. But like as I'm saying that, I'm not gonna just be giving out information to people I'm meeting and shit like that. So I don't want people to take it as that way. But like far as we building a relationship and shit, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna put my trust in you, and I'm gonna see how far this thing could go.
Yeah, like I said, my experience was a little different because I learned, you know how they say, don't trust the person that says trust me, or like
Hmm.
how to say, trust me, said the snake. You ever heard that saying? And then
Yeah,
when you
I heard
trust
that.
the snake, they bite you in the ass. So like that's kind of like where I come from with it. Like I can't. My trust is very valuable, and so I just don't take that much. I don't put that much thought into trusting people. Like I just be like, yeah, nah, I'm just be, it's definitely earned. Like it don't take much thought for me to think about it. Like it's definitely earned. But I see your point of view too. Like, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna see what you're about. I'm gonna see if I can really trust you and if my trust is worthy with you. Like I see where you coming from, but for me, it's definitely the opposite.
Me too. I mean,
Hold on
if
one
you,
second. Hold on, Jay. I want to cut you off one second. Yo, we got a lot of people in this room, man. Only I see one like on the screen. Please like and subscribe, guys. Like, even though if you don't subscribe, hit the like button while you ain't here watching us tonight. I want to see that like thing go up right now. We got about 13, 14 viewers in the room. I want to see them likes go up, please. Go ahead,
yeah,
my brother. Continue.
uh, no, I was gonna say even like if you a little bit guarded, you know what I'm saying. That's not fully. That's still like a courting type deal. Like I still gotta learn to really trust you fully. You know what I'm saying? As it should be. So if you're not gonna divulge information to a person, which you shouldn't, that's still like a form of courting. So you're not really just trusting them like that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be guarded in that certain aspect. And I guess I'll just speak for myself. A lot of time when it comes to trusting, you kind of pull back a little bit whenever you experience something that's like, I don't want to say traumatic, but I say something like a heartbreak or something like that. You feel me? You put your heart on your sleeves and somebody break your trust and you like, damn, you just did me like that. And that's when you come a little bit more guarded. So it is a thing that we gotta try to get over in a certain aspect, but at the same time, you can still keep your guard up a little bit to make people prove themselves to you before you just air yourself out there and then put yourself in a bad situation. Be crying over it later.
Yeah, I think that's more of like
Gotcha.
our survival mode or like our
Yeah.
defense mechanism. You know
Survival
what I'm
instincts.
saying? Like you again, you don't want to put yourself out there to be a target for somebody to just take advantage of you or, allow someone in that space of yours, then you know what I'm saying, for them to like disrupt that aura about you, or again, like you said, break your heart or something like that. Like I wouldn't, nah. Again, you gotta earn that. You gotta earn them stripes.
Definitely. Yo, what up, Simi? I got my boy Simi checking in. What is good, Simi? Good looking on the check-in. My auntie out there, Tamika, good looking on the check-in. Good looking on the check-in. Sharita, good looking to all y'all out there. Well, I'm sorry,
Hey,
make sure y'all hit that like button. Definitely, please hit that like button. And
hey,
Chris, the question was,
Yeah,
is trust earned or given?
I mean that's a funny question because I think we all just subconsciously trust is given at first because you could how I'm trying to put it, trust is given to be earned. It's funny how I'm trying to say it, but I'm gonna get there what I'm gonna say it. Trust is given to be earned because you automatically you give someone trust from just meeting them, so you're giving them that trust like off of blind trust, off of blind faith, they want to call it. You call it a blind faith, but then over time, it's definitely earned. So I could say there's both is a duality to it because someone can lose that trust that you give them off of blind faith. Like that's just like in relationships, you trust a person until they give you a reason not to trust them, or and that's in any relationship, friendship. You know, with your kids, you trust your kids that they gonna go out there and do the right thing until they start doing dumb shit, and you be like, no, I can't trust you. I just can't trust you to do the right thing. Maybe I gotta send somebody with you or something. So I always think trust is given to be earned, and then you just keep earning the trust from there. But we all give trust just givenly, blind, faithfully, just off not knowing somebody. You trust them. I mean, if they in your space, you gotta trust them to a certain extent.
yeah, to a certain capacity, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So so that's just given to you without even. Yeah. So I say
Let
it's
me
a
see.
duality to that.
Yeah, I like that. I like the way you
Are we
put that.
talking? Are we talking relationship or friendship? Trust or in general?
I'm
It
just
depends. It
saying.
depends on however you want to take it. We talk about earn, either or. Like it could be a relationship or it could be a friendship. Let me see. Let me go to the next one. Hold on. I got another one there. So when y'all talk about trust, I want y'all to think small circumstance. Going to a new barber, a new job, trying a new restaurant. We cautiously trust. Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
true.
trying a
Yeah,
new
That
barber.
is true. I ain't
I'm too old
nah.
to be trying a new barber.
but I'm
I
not
can't
cheating
do
on my
that.
barber.
My barber got me down to. I'm too old. My hairline to not agreeing with me no more. I'm too old for that one, Tosh. But
You
anything
can't
else,
cheat on a
yeah.
barber. You can't cheat on a barber.
Yeah, you can't. That's like that's like with the hair, the girl yeah, you can't cheat on your
You can't
stylist.
cheat on
Or,
your hair.
yeah,
Hold
But
on, hold on 1 second. Don't ever say no shit like that, Nels, because we gotta have a backup barber. When
you
shit
gotta
happens,
have that
shit happens.
backup
So
barber. But
I ain't
so
telling you
I
to go
did I
around and
tell
get your
you?
ear cut by 25 people, but you need a backup barber because sometimes shit happens in life, and we definitely need a backup barber though for that.
So let me tell you a story. So I cut my hair short one time. Like I'm talking like cut it all the way off like I was a boy, right? And I would let
Mhm.
my shit wolf out if my barber wasn't available. Like I was not cheating on my barber because let somebody cut my hair the wrong way, and then I'm gonna be mad. And then I
yeah,
spent the money, and it didn't come out right. My fade don't look like it's not fading correctly. Like my lineup is not. No, no. I'll let my shit wolf out. Look, see, I had the options to just throw on a wig and keep going until my barber came back. So for y'all, it's different. I understand, but for
I
me,
feel
no, I
it.
never cheat on my barber. And with my
I'm
sons, I let their hair wolf out until the barber come back. I will not cheat on my barber.
nah, I'm the
He
same
know
way.
me too well.
I'm not that way with myself because me, I sometimes I just don't be caring. I'm like that with my son though. I ain't gonna let nobody cut his hair unless got a couple cuts from him, and what I'm saying, I don't really be caring. But for my son now,
No,
but
he
I
got
say
one
more so. I
barber.
feel like that with like a tattoo artist. Like I can't,
Yep,
I
yep,
you got to be straight for you. You know what I'm saying? Put that needle on me.
yep. I got
Hey,
one
hey,
tattoo artist.
hey, Jake, you need to show George how to do some checks, bro. Show
mm-mm.
George how to do
You said,
checks.
"Where you at? Where George at?"
He in the he giving
Oh, yo,
thumbs up
but
and stuff.
George put the thumbs up. He gave a thumbs up.
Nah,
That's what's up, though. Nah, Any emoji you feel like throwing in the chat is fine with us, though. You know what I mean?
That's
I
my
just want to
boy.
know that you did.
Nah,
You
that's my
engaging with us, baby.
that's my boy.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, yo, shout
Yeah,
out to
that's my
George,
boy.
man. Good looking on the check, George. Jake
Yeah,
Morris, oh, good looking on the check-in, Jake. I appreciate the check-in too, definitely, Jake.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. We get back to it though. Yeah, we was talking about is trust earned or given. Let me see if we got anything else from the crowd. She said, "I agree with you, Chris. Just couldn't find the words to describe it." That's cool. That's cool. Jake on the check-in. But yeah, one of y'all can take it over. Go ahead, Nels.
Um, just to piggyback off of what she said, I guess it do depend on the situation. When it comes to your kids, yeah, you're gonna put your trust in your kids first. But then, like when it comes to friendships or relationships, then again, no, like it has to be earned. But I guess for the next topic, is that what you want me to do? The next topic, is you
Um,
or you
I want
want
to
to do
go on
that?
to the next. Hold on. Next one. Let me see. I don't know however y'all want to go into. Or if anybody got
that was
anything to say before we open up to the.
yeah, that was a good
Let me
15
see. Let me
minutes. We could see if we got any questions, and then she could jump into the next one.
right now.
All right.
We're gonna jump into the next one. Everybody, let me give them a couple seconds to see if anybody got a question to throw to that. Anybody in the audience out there checking in? The question was: is trust earned or given? Get my boy back up on the stage right now. I'm getting him back up there. All right, we back. We back. Let me see. All right, we got George on the check. All right, George threw the look. George threw the check in the crowd. Now we got George. Look, George worked that shit quick. George done threw them checks in the crowd. He gonna work that shit quick. That's what I'm talking about, George.
There we
My
go.
man.
There we go.
Let me see. Up. All right. Can you be friends to someone you don't trust? One of y'all can have at it.
I
I'm gonna let
Yeah,
y'all.
can't I
so
can't befriend them. I can I could try to acquaint myself with them, but I can't befriend them if I don't trust them. No, absolutely not. Because again,
yeah,
I don't know what your intentions are. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be mishandled. I don't want to be a target for you know what I'm saying, to be taken advantage of. So for me, like I'm gonna have to keep you at arm's length if I can't trust you, or if I don't fully know again what your intentions are, if you haven't earned my trust or anything like that. Like I have to keep you at arm's length until I get to know you, or until you earn that trust, or until I have a certain level of comfortability with you. Other than that, nah. I'm real guarded when it comes to, trust and things like that. Like I'm real guarded.
yeah. Me,
And
I'm the
that's
type of person. I'm like I can't fake the funk. Like if I don't rock with you, like you gonna know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
gonna know. You feel me? I'm not gonna try to hide it. I ain't gonna be rude and disrespectful to you, but you know what I'm saying? You'll feel it and you'll know. But
yeah,
on the other side, I mean, if I mean let's be real, they do it to us at the job every day. They can use us for our benefit. If I can benefit from you, you may not necessarily be my friend, but if I see that I can benefit in some type of way, I'll rock with you on some type of level if there's a benefit for me. They do it to us in the
mm-hmm.
workplace. You feel me?
yeah,
But you gonna already know, like if I don't rock with you, I ain't gonna fight the phone. You gonna know I don't rock with you, and it's gonna be clear.
yeah. I think when it comes to the work environment, like I don't. So for me, I don't have I won't say I don't have work friends, but like I tend not to make friends at work. You know what I'm saying? I tend to keep it strictly like work related. You know what I'm saying? I clock in, I do my job, and then I clock out and I go home. Now there are some people that I work well with. You know what I'm saying? I'll have conversations with while I'm at the job, things like that. But of as far as friendships at the job and stuff like that, no. Um, and also, there's people that I'm cordial with. I don't particularly like them. You know what I'm saying? Their personality is not, our personalities clash at times, but I can be cordial and professional in the workplace. But I don't trust them. No. And then, I agree with you, Jay. Like I'm the type of person, like I wear my emotions on my face. I can't hide how I feel. Sometimes it's like if I don't mess with you like that, like you gonna know. you gonna know. I'm not gonna be rude either, but you will definitely know. Until you push me to a point. Like if you push me to a point, or if you rub me the wrong way, or if you provoke me, then I'm gonna have to let you know about yourself. Like I had a situation like that happen last week with one of my coworkers, and I was like, yeah, you already know. Don't come over here. Like I had to go off on her. However, I can be cordial at the workplace. It depends on the situation. Where I have to speak up, I'll speak up. But I tend to like, I tend to keep that like separate. Like, yeah, I don't necessarily trust too many people on a job. You never know, because there's always somebody trying to take your job or take your position, or it's always somebody trying to do something weird. So I don't have friends at the job.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I tell people all the time. Like when I go to work, I'm come here with y'all. I'm associate with y'all. We gonna have a good time. But after I clock out of here, like I'm gonna get ahead and head home. Like I can't lie. Like I got like about I got a handful of dudes that I kick it with. They come over for the barbecue and shit like that. But those are the dudes that I kick it with on a daily and stuff like that. But as far as everybody else in the job and shit, nah. If I can't trust you, like we working together and I can't trust you, it's no relationship at all. Like that's
Yeah.
straight dub. Shit is done.
Yeah.
Like I am not messing with you with none of that at all. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, like I will say too, like I have a few friends from previous jobs that I'm still cool with. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll go to each other's houses and parties and things like that. But like at my current job, nah, I'm good. And I feel like the older I got, the less the less of a need to have that type of relationship with people on the job became. Like the less I care about relationships or friendships at the job. Like I don't care to have friends at the job. And I guess that's just me becoming older and just set in my way. Like I'm good. Like I'm good with what I got. I'm good with the friends that I have. I'm open to making new friends, but you got to be on the same type of time and I'm on. You know what I'm saying? You can't be on no funny shit. So that's just me.
Gotcha.
I
Yep.
Reggie, appreciate the check in. I'm gonna see you at the top, bro. I'm gonna see you at the top.
Yo, Cheese
I'm
got a question for
gonna
y'all
see you
parents
up
out
there.
there.
Okay. Question for the
Parents.
parents. Did having children change the way you view people as adults? Did it change your empathy? Is that capacity?
I guess he meant to put capacity. Yeah, I guess so.
Capacity.
Right quick.
Jay, you
Uh,
go first.
yeah, it definitely. I feel like it'll change me more if I had a daughter. But yeah, it changed me uh more empathetically a lot. You feel me? Like just for example, like before I had my son, after work we'll meet at the corner store and we'll just have a couple beers and stuff, just chill out, kick it for a little bit. Once my son was born, I was just trying to go home. I was just trying to spend as much time with him as I could. Cause they say that all the time, whenever you have a child, it's a different type of love and you know what I'm saying, it's definitely real. You won't understand it until you actually have that child. You know what I'm saying? But it does change you. And like I said, if I had a daughter, it probably change me in another aspect. But it definitely makes you more protective. Um, I was always a grinder. I think it made me more of a grinder. But yeah, it definitely changes you in certain aspects.
For me, I was always an empathetic person, so I don't think my empathy changed much. It just kind of grew for other people or for other parents, because I'm a parent now too, so I understand like certain struggles or certain situations that we deal with as parents. But it definitely changed my viewpoint on adults, and I am very protective of my kids, like especially my daughter. I'm hella protective of my daughter the way my father was protective of me, because he instilled in me that like you never know what people are thinking, so you always have to like you know watch how you move, watch what you say, watch how you dress, watch how you talk, like you know what I'm saying. So because he instilled those things in me, I instilled that in my daughter. And he always said, like, you never know, again, like what a person is thinking. So you just gotta be very careful. And so I'm that way with my daughter. I'm that way with my sons. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very protective of my kids. I don't view adults in a negative way, but I definitely am guarded. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, I don't know what they're thinking. You know, I don't leave my kids around people I don't know. Very rarely do I leave them around, you know, very rarely can they go to like friends' houses and spend the night and all that stuff. Yeah, no, I'm not with all of that. Can, you know, people come and spend the night at my house? Absolutely, if I get to know their parents and things like that. But I'm very, very protective of my children. I do view adults again like differently, you know, in terms of what their intentions are. um I won't consider them bad people. It just would be like, okay, what's your intention? I watch very closely. But my empathy doesn't really change. I don't think it's changed. I think my empathy for adults kind of grew um as I started having children, because I understand certain circumstances and situations.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
like
And I hope that
cautious,
answers your question.
cautious optimism.
Say it again.
I, I said, yeah, it's like this, like cautious optimism. I agree with that. You can't
Yeah.
be. That's the reason why I feel the way that I feel about daycares. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. I mean, I don't know. It's. I don't know. Just putting my son in the daycare. I ain't knocking nobody that got their kids in daycares. Obviously, at some point they probably gonna have to go, but you're still a little bit hesitant to kind of like let your child off into the world, and then he come back saying some crazy stuff, and you like, bruh, I'm about to get at you. You know what I'm saying? Where you learn this from? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's
But that's where you come in, you doing the right thing. That's where corrective action comes in. And you know what I'm saying? And that's where steering them in the
Mhm,
right direction comes into play. Because, you know, all three of my children went to daycare because I had to work and things like that. So
mhm.
um you know, you kind of have to, like we talked about last episode, using your intuition, feeling the place out. Always pay attention to your child's behavior when they're around certain people. You know what I'm saying? Because it will tell you a lot about what's going on behind the scenes. So I pay close attention to how my child responds, or how my children respond when they're around certain people, especially my youngest, who he's just now learning how to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could say a few sentences here and there, but he can't tell you a full story. So I'll watch him and his behavior around certain people in the daycare setting. He did pick up some bad habits. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to tell him, like, no, you can't do that. Or no, you can't hit. No, you can't spit. Like, his big thing right now is spitting. I don't know where he got that from, but I'm like, that's nasty. Don't spit. But he's two. He's two, so I can't be
And you
too
can't
hard
you
on him.
can't you can't protect them forever. But it's just that's just that
Yeah,
parent in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I gotta let him go spread his wings, get out into the
yeah.
world, but it's like I'm just
Yeah.
not ready for it just yet.
It's because you know what's out there. But you know what? Like, I was like that with my oldest. So she actually stayed home with me the longest. I think I had her home with me until she was about like 8 or 9 months. Both my boys, though, they went to daycare as early as 6 months. But you have that protective like spirit about you. Like, you don't want to expose them to too much. You don't like this. You know what the
Mhm.
world is like. You know how cold the world can get. I'm still like that now. And they're what, Briseis is about to be 17 this weekend. My son Amir, he just turned 10, and then I have the 2-year old. And I'm still like that. Like, I'm still like very cautious about sending them out into the world. But then that over time, like as he grows, as your child grows, like you'll learn to um you'll learn to trust your instinct, and then you'll know that what you instilled in him, it's gonna
Mhm.
reflect. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's
Once
he's gonna
once
be
you get that,
okay.
I think it's a lot easier once you get that first one out the way. They be having memes all the time, like the, the first baby. You know what I'm saying? You are protective. The second one, you like, here,
Look, it's
go
true.
somewhere
I
with
ain't
them,
even
take them
gonna
away.
hold you. It's
You know what I'm
true. With
saying?
my
We got
daughter, I was so like I said, like that was my baby.
Mhm.
With my son, I was like, all right, you good. With the third one,
What Jake
he gives
said.
a run for my money. I be like, take him. I be running to the daycare. Like, no. I'm not babysitting today. Y'all take
Mm-hmm.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. I feel y'all on that. I see. I don't know about too much of that. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that. I ain't got them, so I don't know nothing about that. That's why I'm just sitting here listening. I'm sitting here just taking it all in from y'all.
Yeah,
But
and take
let me
notes,
see what
because
Jake said, especially with the stuff they are pushing in schools now.
yeah.
Yes, like Jake, I agree with you 100% on that. Like, yeah, some of the things that they are pushing today in schools is a bunch of nonsense, and then some of the stuff that they are trying to take out of schools is nonsense too as well. So it's kind of wishy washy with that situation. So we got to put those kind of situations into context. But I know where you coming from with that, Jake, and I don't want to touch deeply into stuff like that because we don't try to ruffle those kind of feathers when we talking about things like with those type of situations. But yeah, schools
Man,
do need to come back to the board and they need to revisit some of their policies and things that's being taught in school. Some of the shit could be left out, and some of these things need to be added back into schools and things like that. That's my take on that, though, Jake.
yeah. They teaching about, you know, man, they
Yeah,
teaching about homosexuality, bro. Like I
yeah,
mean, and they,
Yeah, like
it,
yeah,
yeah.
and
that's not
that's
a
the
good
thing,
It,
look.
and that's what I'm telling you. I don't agree with that. Like nobody, like when we was in kindergarten, second, third grade, and things like that, we had a whole life ahead of us. Nobody was teaching a second grader about what gender they want to be and
You
shit like
wasn't
that.
even
Like
thinking
we
about it.
wasn't even thinking about that stuff. Like
Yeah.
I didn't start learning about shit like that till I got the 8th grade health class, maybe 6th, 7th grade, somewhere in middle school sometime. But I was damn near 13 years old when I started to learn about things like that. Today, what they doing in schools to our children is nonsense. And like I tell people all the time, that's why I tell people I'm not a liberal or I'm not a conservative because this liberal agenda that they pushing on these schools today to make everybody feel comfortable. Sometimes that can't happen, people. We got to be uncomfortable and we got to let the truth be known. What's going on in our schools today for kids that's under the age of 13, 14 years old is wrong. Y'all don't supposed to be teaching these kids about that. They supposed to be learning their ABCs. They supposed to be out here tracing things, learning the first levels of math, how to add and subtract. That's the things that's gonna get better in the future. This shit that y'all teaching in the schools today is nonsense, and y'all need to let it go.
yeah.
Can you hear me?
I agree. I think the level of exposure that these babies have at such a young age is too much. It's incredible. Um, but it's like, to counterbalance that, you know what I'm saying? Like I try to teach my children at home. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't necessarily tell them how or what they're being taught is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because then that becomes like a conflict of interest when they do go to school. But I just kind of try to like listen to them, and then I'll tell them like, yeah, you know what? I don't think that this is right. Or I don't think, like I'll tell them how I feel about it. And then we talk back and forth about how they feel. And I just kind of, like I said, instill what I learned back then, what my parents taught me, what the community taught me. I try to instill that in them. And it actually helped them to become different and differentiate from, their peers. And I think that's the one of the best things that, I like, for example, with my oldest, I think that's one of the best things that I've probably ever done is I've accepted her opinion and her viewpoints on certain things, but I also instilled what I learned at her age into her. And so she's set apart from a lot of what her peers are doing. Like she don't even, she be like, Mom, I'm not even interested in all of that. Like I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? Like she's have her questions about sexuality and things like that. And I just, like I said, when it comes to that, I let her be her. I let her, that's a conversation for another day, but I let her be her. But in terms of like what we learned in the community, like what we were exposed to versus what they are exposed to, I tell them, I try to teach them right from wrong based off of my experience. Like, yeah, you know what, we wasn't doing that back then. You know what I'm saying? Like back then we was taught that this wasn't okay, So that's just kind of how I go about it.
No, that's good to have a back and forth dialogue because sometimes you'll have people they may look at it wrong, like especially like I mean, my son is 4 and he's still trying to figure out how to express himself. You know what I'm saying? Like the other day I told him something and he was like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny. You feel me? Because he just seen that on like YouTube and he just trying it out, trying to figure out how it go. I knew that's what he was doing, which is why I ain't, you know what I'm saying, I ain't react. I just laughed it off. You feel me? But having those type of conversations is healthy because you don't want your child to be in a situation to where just like you tell them something, hey, go do this, and they like, oh, okay, well, why am I doing this? It's not so much that they trying to be rebellious, it's just that making them understand why they doing what they doing. That way they start to have their own mind, make their own decisions. So whenever they get in the real world and somebody trying to persuade them to do, hey, let's go skip school, instead of them just saying, okay, just like they say to you, they trying to question and figure out, okay, well, why am I doing this? Let me rationalize this. Let me make this make sense, and then make my decision. You feel me? That's not a bad thing. That's a healthy thing. So having those type of conversations with your children, it's not always a bad thing, or they trying to be rebellious or whatever the case may be. They're just trying to figure it out. So that's what I'm saying, that's good. That's healthy.
Yeah, no, some things with my daughter, like she'll ask, and like I said, me and her have a relationship to where I'm very transparent. Like I'm gonna tell her straight up and down exactly how it is, and you know what I'm saying, and why. And I when she starts asking like certain questions, I don't take it as like talk back. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's like she just want to understand, you know, why this is the answer, or why she shouldn't do this, or why she should do this X, Y, and Z. Now there are times when she'll try it though. There are times where she's at that age where she'll try me, and she'll be like, she's very sarcastic. So she'll try her little sarcasm, and that's when I'm like, all right, you need to chill out. Like your mouth is getting a little too slick. You know what I'm saying? If I was your
Was
age,
that the
spoke to my mother about like that, I would have had no teeth. But other times we have conversations and we talk, and I'm just like, I'm very transparent with her. I'll be like, nah, I don't, you don't want to do this, or this is the reason why this, or whatever the situation is, or whatever we're talking about. And then like I said, with my son, he's at that age now too where he asks a lot of questions, and I just give it to him straight. Like I'm starting to talk to him a little bit differently and in a little bit more of a mature manner, because he's getting up there. You know what I'm saying? It's no more like, oh, my little baby. No, it's like, yo, all right, you got to put some deodorant on. This is why you got to put some deodorant on, because you don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want people to say like you musty
Man,
so and
you
so.
probably a
You know
little.
how we were in school, like, oh, that's musty so and so. You don't want to be musty, Amir.
Yeah,
You want to smell
yeah,
good,
they
like
got to know.
so. Yeah, so I'll be like, you gotta present yourself a certain way. You gotta dress. You gotta put yourself together. Don't just be throwing on a shirt and some pants. No, put your outfits together. Here's some cologne. Here's the degree. Brush your teeth. Brush your hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause and he'd be like, well, why? I'm like, why? Because you're at an age where you have to start presenting yourself a certain way. You're at an age where people are going to look at you and automatically make judgment. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to give them a reason or something to talk about. So this is what you have to do. You know what I mean?
Got you. What she said, I do wish they would teach kids about vitiligo, albinoism, Down syndrome, etc., so they are less likely to tease other children.
Yeah,
I believe,
I
I believe so.
I
Go ahead,
agree.
Jay.
Now I'm about to say that's crazy that she said that. I just seen a video. It was maybe earlier this week sometime. It was a little boy. It was a little boy. He had some long hair. He ain't had no dreads, but I don't know. It may have been dreads. I don't know. He was a young boy, and he was at school making fun of a little chick that had cancer, so they had to cut her hair off. Pops found out about it, took him to the barber shop, cut that hair off, all his hair
Mm,
off. You got the little boy. He's sitting in the chair. No, Dad, I didn't do nothing. And Dad like, nah, it's coming off. That's me. That's
uh,
exactly me. Oh, that's what you want to do. All these years you've been growing this hair, cut it off. Like, nah, we're
Hmm.
not doing that, bro. I don't care. Cry as much as you want to. But
Yeah,
I was like, that's a good father right there. You can't be letting that stuff get a pass. You can't do that. Take that hair off, and then you're gonna learn you can't be doing that.
Yeah, that's constructive discipline too, because you first of all,
yes,
we was raised not to treat women a certain way, or you know what I'm saying,
Like,
make fun of women or anything like that. But then on top of that,
Yeah,
a cancer, you know what I'm saying, like someone that's sick, someone that's different, that's definitely constructive discipline. I'd have did the same thing, if not
yeah.
worse, because no,
yeah.
no, that's not okay.
Off,
That happened
off,
with
done.
that happened one time. Tasha little brother was doing that shit in school, making fun of somebody and shit,
Hmm.
whatever. And Tasha pops and them came, gave him a fucked up haircut, made him go to school like that the whole did him dirty. You want to go in
Yeah,
school and tease kids? Her pops did him dirty. I was like, damn, man. I remember her pops telling me that story. Look, she just brung it
the
up too.
boat
Look,
cat.
my dad,
with a bowl cut for a day for teasing the
yo,
kid. And,
yo, when her pops told me that story, bro, I was dying laughing. I was like, but that shit could have taught it. That shit taught him a lesson, though. You don't go out here teasing kids and doing bullshit to them like that. Don't do that, man.
Ah,
Yeah, no,
he gave him
bullying
the
is
chili
a no
bone.
go. I teach my kids that all the time. Like bullying is a no go. That's not even okay. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different.
Yes.
Everybody has their
Mm,
own. You know what I'm saying? Like no one is the same, and they don't deserve to be put down for their differences, or they don't deserve to be put down because they don't look the part, or they. You know what I'm saying? Like no, absolutely not. I was
what was
bullied.
the question? The original question? The cheese, I guess.
oh no, it was right here. It was like teaching the kids about vitiligo and
Oh, yeah.
albinos and yeah, that's what we was talking
Yeah,
about.
because
Go ahead.
that question kind of touch home because my daughter she go through speech classes and all that because she got a little speech problem and stuff like that. So that really I understand when you're talking about when kids got certain type of disabilities and stuff, and just learning how to teach kids about those disabilities and shit like that. And sometimes the schools they don't let them label your kids either because they'll try to just label them they just label them any type of way and things if you don't recognize it. But the teasing and all that, it's just the humble because some of us a lot of people don't grow up fortunate and unfortunate, and that could lead to somebody finishing school and not finishing school, how they teased and how they raised,
Mhm.
the most intelligent kids sometimes unfortunately their parents is not the richest or have the most money, so that'd be the most thing when kids go to school they get teased, and that's just not from being humble because cracking jokes is something that's part of our vocabulary or part of our culture, just like water or something. So, and black people, we don't know when that a mother the saying is you get mad, I'm gonna just keep joking on your ass more and get you even more mad. So that's I guess we don't know the cutoff switch from that. Somebody get tight, I'm gonna make you more tight. Nigga, you're gonna be real tight, but at the end of the day, as I cut your ass up. So that's just one thing you gotta draw the line of even teaching your kids of when to joke and when not to joke when somebody when somebody just all right, yeah, and then when somebody really fucked up and really need that help, that extra help and things like
Got
Yeah.
you. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, they no kids, and definitely, it's like y'all all said. I don't have kids, so I don't have to go through these things. But as parents out there, I hope y'all listening to what my people just said. That shit starts at home. So teach your kids at home not to be bullies and doing things like that because a lot of things is happening in these schools today where kids is bringing knives to school, kids is bringing guns to school and shit, and things is happening at these schools today. And that's what a lot of things that the news don't mention. The news always mention about mental health. Oh, they had some type of problem. No, he probably was going through he or she probably was going through mental health because they kept getting bullied every day. Every day they
that.
come in school, somebody tripping them, somebody smack them in the back of their head. Y'all forgot to mention that part in the news article. So it's not only about mental health, it's about y'all letting y'all kids be out here running rampant and being bullies and shit. And then when little Tommy or little Jesse or somebody come to school and they let loose.
Keep that bitch up.
They better
People up and they're killing teachers and everybody wondering like it just came out of the blue. No, it didn't come out of the blue. So start checking with your kids when they coming home at nighttime, making sure they are not being bullied, and make sure that your kids is not the ones that's doing the bullying and shit too. Make sure you are going up to these schools to open school night or attending board meetings, anything. Find out what your kids are doing in the school, because the world is dangerous. These little young guys and these little young girls, they don't give a shit no more. Like you got a lot of them out here today, they 15, 16 years old. They get very angry and they don't care about life. Like it's no way at 16 years old that I want to go and kill 25 people. At 16, I thought I was going to be Allen Iverson, or I was going to be fucking Michael Jordan or somebody, Kobe Bryant. I never thought about going to grab the gun and shoot up the school because somebody was bought, even though nobody fucking with me in school though. But you know, that would never cross my mind at all. So please check on your children today, because the world is going crazy out here today, and with these kids is running rampant at these young ages, and they not caring about life, and they just out here just going crazy, man. That's all I got to say about that. Check on your kids tonight, man.
Yeah.
And don't give them.
It's
Don't
good
give
with
them
you,
no.
almighty white brother. I'm good. I'm good.
Don't give them no creative ass name either. Like just keep it simple, bro. Don't make up no crazy ass name.
Like my kids got simple names.
Tyrone is out of there.
Mia,
Like,
that's simple.
you know what I'm saying?
Travis.
Don't name
You
a
said
kid
Tyrone is
Tyrone.
out there.
Yeah, bro. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
My black brothers go too hard with the joke. Yeah, it's part of our. It's part of us.
I agree with Cheese.
That's right, Cheese. That's 100% right. I agree with you, Cheese.
I agree with you. I teach my kids how to defend themselves. And also I ask them, you know, if anybody has been in them, or if anybody made them feel bad or anything like that, because I'm definitely that parent that's going to go up to the school and raise all kind of hell, especially, you know, for my son. My daughter, she know how to defend herself. She's, like I said, she's sarcastic. She quick with the mouth, and she quick with her hands. However, my son, he's introverted, so you know he got his little tribe of friends, and then that's it. And I just want to make sure that nobody is like, you know, picking on him or making him feel bad or making fun of him or anything like that, because he's not gonna come to me and tell me flat out. You know what I'm saying? He's a type that I have to dig in and I have to ask questions. So thankfully, he told me no, like nobody's bullying him or anything like that. And I told him, I was like, yo, somebody bully you or somebody put their hands on you, you better fight like it should ask them fight. You better, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna get in trouble when you come home if you defending yourself. Not at all. You know? And so
No, not at all.
thankfully he hasn't had any experience like that. But I definitely agree. You know what I'm saying? I teach them to defend themselves. You know, I teach them to stand up for themselves, because if you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for everything. And you know, and then I just, like I said, I teach them how to, like, at this age, I'm teaching them how to present themselves. You know what I'm saying? Walk into a room like it's your, like you own it. You know what I'm saying? Shake hands with the corporate or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like the highest person in the room. You know what I mean? Because we automatically are looked at as, you know, Black people, we're automatically looked at as less than, and we're not. You know what I'm saying? So I instill that in them. Like, you are more than what the statistics say, what society says. You are above that. So you have to walk with your chest high, your head high, and own that. You know what I'm saying? Walk in that light, because you are light. He said also teach them self-control, for self. Well, that's that too. That too. It's funny because my son, he told me that he was like, "Mommy, I'm not gonna just go up to somebody and punch them unless they bring a problem to me." Like, you know, like, because I guess when I told him, like, you know, you better defend yourself and you better, like, you know, handle your business or whatever, or give them the business. He was like, "Well, that's only if they bother me, or if they have," what he said, "if they have beef with me." And I was like, You're right. You're right. You don't want to just go and smack somebody. You got to have a reason. But he understands that. Like unless somebody's fucking with me, that's when I go ahead and defend myself. Um, it wasn't like that when I was growing up, but you know, we live in a different time.
Got you. I ain't even listening to you, man. Tomorrow, man, I ain't listening to none of that dumb shit he talking about. He talking crazy right now. They had to come up to the school, and the school would have been closed down, brother. I'm just letting you know, my brother. But he said, I agree with that, but with some expectations, they need to know how to pick battles. Too many people shoot, not fight. That's right. And that's what I'm trying to talk about. Like when I was coming up at that time, Jake, we never thought about going to grab guns to kill our friends over a disagreement or something like that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like today, I don't understand what happened with the young teenagers and things today that they just want to go and pick up guns and they want to just start shooting shit up. Like, y'all scared to take a little ass whooping or something? Like, y'all
That's
ain't
what
got to
it
be scared to
is.
take a Just
That's
think
what
about
it is. Nobody can
They
take
scared
it
to get
down.
they scared to get hit.
That's right. If y'all young boys ain't never seen Friday, go home and watch it. And watch what John Weatherspoon told Craig.
You gonna
You
get you
live
gonna
to fight
lose.
another day, son.
Yeah, you gonna
And you
win
know what I
some,
mean?
you gonna lose
Get
some.
your ass whooped. We've been down many a times. Get your ass whooped and get back up, and you're gonna live to fight another day. But stop shooting shit up, though, man. Like that shit is corny, y'all. We need to do better than that in our communities, especially with these younger guys out here. Like we got more guns than money in our neighborhoods. How the fuck is this possible? How we get all these guns and we at the bottom of the food chain and shit? Like, what is going on with us, man?
The
We
thing
That's
is
got
true.
more guns
crazy.
than
They
money.
got guns that
Going on
cost more than they
wrong.
rent. That's the thing.
Yes, and
I
it's
was just
crazy,
about to
man.
say I was just about to say that it's because they got more access to guns now. You know what I'm saying? And they pushing that shit in the communities, in the Black communities. Um,
Yes.
and then it's just, and it's also like what they're listening to. You know what I'm saying? What they
The
watching.
music
You know
is
what
a
I'm saying?
different
The
thing.
the
Yeah.
the music is a big influence. Like some of the music that I be listening to, like what my daughter sometimes be listening to. I be like, you shouldn't be you shouldn't be listening to this type of shit. like like I don't
Hmm.
think you should. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, cause they be talking about some crazy shit, and I'm like, yo, like, this is why these kids are unhinged because it's what they're exposed to,
Yes.
it's what they listening to, it's what they watching. You know what I'm saying? Like that seems to be like glorified. It wasn't glorified when we were growing up. You know what I'm saying? Some things we had to do. That's why I was explaining to my kids too. Like, certain things we had to do for like protection, or certain things we got into because that's what was in our environment,
Because
but
they
it was never.
glorify the shooter. Like growing up, we stayed away from the
Yeah,
shooter.
like it
Your ass
wasn't.
was the shooter. You was the dummy. You away from us. Nah, you ain't gonna chill with him.
If you don't,
It's,
yeah,
it's,
you the crash dummy
it's
for the whole
also
team and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's,
it was just a different time, for us growing up. Like I said, certain things we had to partake in. Like I said, some things, like, it was in our environment, our immediate environment. So we got involved in that, but it wasn't to what, like it was, like it is today. Like I would say that. Like absolutely not.
it's
They got
also
the game twisted. It's just backwards.
yeah, it's also in the
Said they got
food though. It's also in the food. Is like chemical warfare. You feel me? So they putting a lot of different chemicals in the food. So now you got men being feminine and you got women being masculine, and like everybody wired to just straight twisted around. You know what I'm saying? From the food. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of people don't realize, like, we grew up catching fades. Like that's just what it was. Like, let's catch a fade, and then after we catch a fade, it's all we
It's
good after then.
over.
Like, yeah, we straight. Like, ain't nobody about to look at you. The only way they're gonna look at you sideways is if you turned it down.
If you
mm.
ran it, yeah. If
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
if
You
you
ain't
turned it down.
ducking no smoke, nigga.
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
No,
That's the only
not
way.
where we came from.
Yeah,
you,
that's
you better get out there.
you gotta stand up for that, man. If you don't stand up,
Yeah,
the whole block gonna stomp your ass after that. You're
yeah,
gonna get
Yeah,
beat
Okay.
up by the
yeah.
what's
I
wrong
just
with you.
gonna be
You
like,
ran from
okay,
it.
nigga, you gonna be like, okay, nigga, you got hurt. You feel me? And that's all. That's all. That's all that matters. As long as you got some heart, you ain't got to be the toughest. As long as you got heart, you know what I'm
Right.
saying. Everybody, you gonna get some respect.
That's
Right.
why growing up, you
Yo,
have the friends you know. You're gonna go play basketball and foot. Yeah, bro, you can't come ride bikes with us to Coney Island because we might get in a fight and you run on me. I'm gonna have to whip your ass. I
Yes, when
love
we
you
get
too
back.
much. Yeah, I love you too much to do that to you.
yeah,
So
yeah,
just stay
bro.
on
You already know. Like,
the
stay
Tell
on the
you
block,
about the
brother.
building,
Know
make
what
you
he
expose
said?
the rain. That's Nipsey
They
right
gotta
there.
take an ass whooping. They gotta take an ass whooping to learn for real, for real. Guns down, hands up. You already know, man. But you know how
Definitely.
we came up in our era, King. You already know that, my brother.
Yeah.
What D said, they passed the message. They seen Friday. Most people skip past the actual. Definitely, cheese. You already know.
They
Definitely,
do.
they already know. Like, they watched the whole shit for the funny shit, but forget about what Pops was telling Craig in
The
that damn
wisdom.
room when he pulled out that nine. They say music can be magic spell. Something about music
It
taps
is
into my
magic
soul. So
still.
magic.
what they
Yeah,
say.
that
Yeah.
Yes,
What they
that's
tell
why
say.
you
The
got to be
music could
careful.
talk to you and alter you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't
yes,
know
and
shit
that's what
about
happened right there. That drill shit, that drill music messed up our communities. Like they think this shit is cool. Like when we was coming up rapping, yeah, we had the Biggies, the Pox, and they went at each other and said things like that. But today they making it cool on these records to talk about the dead homies and shit. And like, bro, you talking about all these things on the record. Somebody mama gotta hear this shit. Somebody grandmama gotta hear this. Like, bro, where do we show some type of common ground and stop
Mhm.
this bullshit? Like, we gotta stop rapping about this nonsense. You saying you smoking on the dead, kidding? Like, y'all made that shit cool, and it's not cool, brothers. Like,
That's the
y'all gotta
worst thing
stop
they
that for
ever
real. Like, it's
did.
not cool,
But
man. Like,
not only
real music.
that,
They making they making chants, bro. They making chants and mantras.
but not
Like
only that though,
like
that's why a lot of them getting locked up because they telling on themselves. So if you listen to some of these, like, you know what I'm saying, you listen to some of these songs and the lyrics and what they saying, they basically telling on themselves, and then they wonder why they catching
Yes.
cases and why they getting locked up,
Mhm.
why they doing 20 years, why they doing life, because you just told on yourself.
You
And
just
then they
told.
turn around and say somebody snitching on them. Bro,
No, you
I
snitched
just
on
heard
yourself.
your record
You
just
You
told
just
now.
on
caught a
yourself.
If
body
I
about a week ago. A week ago.
just heard all this shit on the record. You don't think the police got a whole unit in the station?
They
That's
listening
their
to
job.
that.
That's their
They
They
job all
building a
day.
listening.
case.
We looking at unsolved murders. Oh, that nigga was
Yeah,
okay. All
yeah.
right,
Me
let's
and
let's
Reg,
let's write
we was blowing the
put them down.
Reg, and we hit him with the.
Stupid
And then
shit.
the cops just going back. Oh, so yeah, you talking about you and Reg? Y'all was over here on that block when such and such got hit up. Got him. We got him. We got him. We got the whole case right there. Take
look,
you back of the building
look.
and make you exposed.
On
Make you
top of that,
hey.
this stuff is like spiritual warfare, bro. Like that's why I've said so
Mm-hmm.
many times you gotta be careful the words that come out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? That stuff get downloaded into your subconscious. And then you speaking the words that they talking about. And then those words that you speak start to manifest in
Yeah.
your life.
Hmm.
You feel me? Like that song, I forgot the name of it, but Drake put it out a while back when he was talking about he got a lot of enemies, and you know what I'm saying? And you wonder why people hate on him.
Yeah, yeah.
You chanting this stuff. You feel me? You bringing it into your life.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be cognizant. You think that you just singing a song, but really you making your words a reality because you have power. You are God. You are a God. You feel me? So you got to be careful the stuff that you say out your mouth because they know what they doing. Rick Ross told you he's Rick Ross and Kanye. Them the two people that I can think off the top of my head. They told you that they
Mm-hmm.
speaking spells.
Mm,
You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
told you out of their mouth they're speaking spells,
mm.
and you're saying
Mm-hmm.
it. And then those things start to manifest in your life, and you wondering why is my life so bad? Because you had a part to play in it. That's why.
Well, to piggyback off of what you said and to get a little bit deeper, that's why they're called spelling words, right?
Right.
Mhm.
That's the root word, spell. So anything that you say is a spell. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like anything that you speak can manifest. So you're absolutely right. Like I believe heavily in that. You have to like watch what you think, watch what you speak, watch what you internalize, watch what you put in your subconscious, because that definitely will manifest in your life.
Laws of
Whether it's positive
attraction.
or
Man.
negative.
That's the laws of attraction right there.
Yep.
Definitely. You know.
Hold on, go ahead, y'all. I got y'all. Let me see. Yes, sir. There's power in the tongue. Hold on, if I get into the next one real quick. Hold on, I got y'all. I got y'all. Hold on 1 second. If y'all know about the story of Rapper Julio, it all sound like a yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
who
too
that.
much
I have
about
to
him though.
look into it.
The
Yeah,
younger
I'm gonna have to
generation.
look into him.
You know, I listened to a little bit of the shit that they was talking about. Them Florida dudes was bugging out too, though, man. But yeah, I don't know too much about that. Like that's the younger generation. But yeah, I'm about to get into the next one though. Let me see y'all throw them checks in the crowd real quick, man. Before we get into the next one, who out there hanging out there with us tonight, man? Throw them checks in the crowd before we get into the next one. And I'm about to play a low tune real quick. Facebook and YouTube, man, don't shut us down, man. I ain't had no original shit tonight though, but you know I'm gonna get the original music back on the platform. So don't shut us down though, Facebook and YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all check in before the next topic, man. Check in, y'all. Let's go.
Young nigga burnt out. 12 pulling up, so burnt out. Sweet
Facebook
little
and
bitch that be
YouTube, don't
turned out.
shut us down.
Remember
Don't
that
shut us
time?
down.
Look great, look out there with the rubber band ties. Remember that time in the bando in the house with the boys on the side? Ain't even had no fight, get beat, get stumped to a nigga get tied. Everybody catch the nigga get pep. I know a nigga
Let's go.
lying.
Put the check in the
Nigga ain't
crowd. Put the
flexing.
checks.
Nigga,
Put
I'm
the checks
outside.
in the
Nigga,
crowd.
you
Let's
just
go.
pressing. When I bought the present, I put the big boy
We
niggas
do
in the
not
big
own
boy
the
niggas.
copyright to this music.
Look at
We
my
do not
section.
own the
Remember them
copyright.
players is a big boy blessing. Freak something little bit thick. She don't go, yeah, she red. I try to cool like Andretti. Spin gon' spray, no confetti. The bank roll way too heavy. Walk with a walk, no feds. Handing out gifts like Oprah. He get some peas and she get a Birkin. Turn me a fuck nigga over. Washing my hands with bleach and detergent. Washing my hands with bleach and detergent. In the Maybach. With the new curtain, flipping them bands, the one that we work. From scratch, and this shit too perfect. Whoa, oh, what's that? All these bitches ass fat, and they naked, and they bad. But that pussy, it's a tax. Oh, no, going outside.
Let's go.
I
Let's
just
go. Let's
put
go.
up
Put them
a
checks in the
bag.
crowd. We got more people out there. Put them checks in the crowd, y'all. Let's go.
On
Let's
my
go.
glass.
We about to get
Get
it
my
going.
Song
Don't shut
is
us down.
crazy.
I
We do not own the copyright.
You think shit sweet, but you know not. I'll fuck your bitch in your spot. Young nigga running around too hot. Young nigga burnt out.
We about to get back
12
into
pulling
it,
up,
y'all. We
so
about to get
burnt
back
out.
into it,
Sweet
y'all.
little bitch, now she turned out. For them niggas.
About to get back into it. Let's go, y'all.
Why are you laughing?
Cause that song is just crazy.
He come back on laughing. What you laughing for?
That shit was real. What happened?
No, I'm talking about. Oh, we good. We good. All right. Let's go. We about to get into the other one though, man. I'm about to get into the next topic though. Jay, where your ass at, Jay? Oh, you over there. All right. This the next one though, man. We trying to hold people accountable and shit. So does accountability requires punishment to be effective?
You want me to go first since I've been going all night,
Yeah, you
brother?
could go first. You could kick it off there, my brother. Go ahead, kick it off, my
I
brother.
got kind of like a different perspective because you know when we were talking and I asked you and we kind of laughed about accountability. I think the first thing when we forget about accountability is that accountability work both ways, the positive and the negative. So when people also hear accountability, the first thing our mind go to is taking accountability for something negative. But you also the first thing is we all take accountability because we all want credit for the good things we do in life. So that's just subconsciously something that you already have. So when somebody like the worst thing you could say is you don't have accountability because you do, because when you do something good you automatically get credit or get accountable for that. So when it comes to the negative side, that's when you get the duality, the counterintuitive. Should we punish people for being for taking accountability for the negative, or should we teach people? My thing is give accountability for the good, and when they acknowledge the bad you teach them instead of punishing them. But that's a whole nother different thing, because can you have God without the devil? I mean, that's a question. can you have God without the devil, or does the devil outweigh God? So when you want somebody to take accountability for the negative, make sure you also is pointing out the goodness and the good things they do also.
Got you. Right on. Kevin said, right on. One of y'all want to take a shot at it?
I would feel like accountability, you shouldn't be punished for accountability. Um, Accountability comes with like self-awareness, um, and maturity. So like the more self-aware and the more mature you are, the more you can take accountability. Now, in retrospect to what Chris said, if it's a positive enforcement, then of course you take accountability just without thinking of it. But in a negative sense, you have to be more mature enough to, you know, acknowledge where you need to improve or take accountability in the areas that you need to improve, and you need to be self-aware in order to do that. If you're not mature enough to do that, or you're not self-aware enough to do that, then accountability goes out the window, and it will feel like a punishment. So that's the way I see it. Is like it's not a form of a punishment by taking accountability. It's just, is growth. It's just trying to grow. It depends on how you take it, though, in the maturity level that you have when you are in like a space to take accountability. You got to be self aware. You got to have maturity, the level of maturity in order to take that accountability.
Maturity is the key.
It's key.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo,
Hey,
is
hey,
is is my camera showing? I'm sorry, y'all. Before you go, Jay, is my camera showing half screen or is showing the full thing?
Nah, I see the Nelly juice and everything, the Tupac shirt,
See what you mean? See?
yeah.
I don't know.
No, yeah, you
I
good.
got you. Appreciate y'all.
It
Go
just
ahead,
went
Jay.
on. I know why you're seeing that, because you're seeing that on. Yeah, I see the same
I'm saying
thing.
that. I'm saying that too. But now on
Yeah.
the main, you good. Hey, before I respond, can you repeat that question again?
Got you. Give me 1 second. My bad, brothers. Question was: Does accountability requires punishment to be effective?
Okay. Yeah. Now I agree with both Chris and Janelle. I mean, I agree with both of them. But like sometimes, like we got to be real. Like we deal with people on a daily basis who are not accountable or mature. You know what I'm saying? So sadly, for some people, it takes, you know what I'm saying, getting their head bust before they actually wake up and smell the coffee. Like that's just the unfortunate reality of it. You're gonna have to get some consequences sometime in order for you to understand that, there is consequences for the things that you're doing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Most people are not accountable, and we run into them every day, whether it be on a job or in a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But once,
that
you know
right.
what I'm saying? That's why like when we was talking about on the other episode, when we talking about like when I had brought up in terms of your children, whenever you say you're gonna do
Mm-hmm.
something, you need to make sure that you do it. You feel me? You can't just say some words and then, I'm gonna do this to you, but you don't do it, then your words gonna fall on deaf ears. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So a lot of times there gotta be some repercussions for things that happen. Otherwise, people will take your kindness for weakness. So whatever you say, you gotta stand on that. And sadly, a lot of times that's what it takes for people to really get through.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it just
Oh,
comes with growth, like, just accountability, like y'all both were saying. It just comes with, you know, I wish I would have took accountability for some things earlier, maybe, but you can't regret. You can't have the regrets, but you just take accountability for it on later in life, and you learn from that mistake and shit like that.
Yeah.
But now some accountability does take punishment. And if you out here murdering and raping and robbing motherfuckers now, you should be. I mean, some type of punishment. You can't just. Yeah, I guess corporate.
about to say that.
Corporate punishment. Some type of corporate punishment got to go on. That's it.
Mhm.
But will they take accountability though? Like if they don't see that there's anything wrong with what they did or what they've done, then that's not really taking accountability. That's
Yeah, I
just
don't think when somebody murders somebody, they never do take accountability. They always be saying, I think I'm sorry for killing this
yeah,
person."
like I don't think
You
that goes hand
sorry,
in hand.
but they still dead. So
Yeah, you say you sorry, but no.
That's not,
Yeah,
you know.
that's a different context now. Yeah, you're not saying I'm sorry that you done murdered somebody. Like I don't
yeah,
want to hear I'm sorry about that shit. Like and like you said, most people who out here killing people and murder, they not taking accountability. They trying to go to court. They already know what they did already, and they still
yeah.
ain't do
They
it.
don't
So
see nothing wrong with that.
They don't see
they
nothing
don't.
Accountability
wrong.
goes hand in hand with understanding and acknowledging a
Mhm.
fault or a flaw, or like you said in another light,
Hmm?
acknowledging something great that you did. You know, it's all about acknowledgement,
Yeah.
not something that you like consciously did with like, you know what I'm saying, no remorse, no. Most people that's murdering people, they know what the fuck they did. They premeditated it. Probably it wasn't no accident. If it was accidental, I mean, there's no, you gotta reap what you sow.
Accountability
Like you
for it.
gotta take it,
Yeah.
you gotta take the punishment that comes with it. But
Hell
accountability is
yeah.
not a form of punishment. And I think that's what the question was. Like, is accountability a form of punishment?
No,
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 it's not.
no.
It comes with self-awareness. It comes with maturity. You have to be in a place of maturity to be able to hold yourself accountable. If you're not in that
Yes.
space or that place, you're gonna feel like it's a punishment, or you're gonna feel like it's a negative connotation towards you. But it really isn't. It's more just for growth. It's more just so you could just kind of straighten up a little bit, or you know what I'm saying, like just change the way you do things a
That's
little
why
bit.
I said
It's
I wish I would have just handled some situations different. Because when you sometimes everything don't need an argument. You just got to be like, all right, I take accountability.
yeah.
How fix this? How we move on? How you
Yeah,
gonna
like
fix this shit?
people who
Mhm.
argue in the sense of having to take accountability, they're not mature enough for that. They're not in a space, a mature headspace to
I
say,
don't,
okay, I was wrong.
I
If
don't
you
think
gotta
most people.
argue with somebody, or you have that need to be right about something that you did, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, like let's say for example, you know, you hurt someone's feelings, and that person say, you know what, I don't like how you said that. You kind of hurt my feelings or whatever. Instead of you saying, well, no, I didn't do that, or you going back and forth and you trying to make them feel a certain type, like, nah, you just own up to it. Like, okay, I'm sorry, I hurt your feelings. You know, that comes with maturity. Some people, like I said, if I got to argue with you about something that you did, it ain't no need for me even bringing it up, because what's the point? You don't see nothing
Mhm.
wrong with what you did.
I don't think.
Tasha,
Got you.
I
We
don't
say
think most. I don't think most people
go
are.
ahead, Jake.
I don't think most people are accountable at all. I think the vast majority of people play victim.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
people, they victims nowadays. You feel me? Like you can do something to somebody and you like, well, I just did this, and you downplay what you did, but then you elevate what somebody did to you, and it shouldn't be that way. You feel me? Like we experience this on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Throughout our daily lives, people don't take accountability. So I think that's just the nature, bro. Everybody is victims because they think somebody did them wrong, and whatever action that they did was justified based upon the feelings that they had from what that person did to them.
You know
And
what
that's
I
just
can't.
how it go.
It's funny that you bring that up. You know what I can't stand? A person that creates a situation and then plays victim to the situation that they created. That right there pisses me
Oh,
off.
you mother!
That shit will
Oh,
piss me clean off. Like, you
listen,
know
Like you
damn
playing
well.
victim now.
listen.
You done done all this bullshit, and
All
then
we
you
all
come
know those kind of people. We all
back.
have
Yo,
encountered those
we
kind
know
of
at
people,
least
right?
one.
Yes, we all know those kind of people. Like, and that's why I be trying to explain to some people, yo, brother, sister, whoever. When somebody trying to spit something to you or give you some, yo, take accountability. Like, listen, man, listen. Sometimes don't try to argue everything. Sometimes sit down and listen, man. That's the best thing you can do. Sometimes stop talking, shut your ass up, listen. Sometimes and take accountability for that shit. Like you know you have done wrong. take accountability for it, man. Just be quiet and listen sometimes. Don't try to argue, because once you start arguing, I know your ass wrong. Wrong.
That
Most of the
part.
time when you yell, your ass wrong. When you want to start a whole argument up and start going, you're wrong.
You know you
Wrong,
wrong.
man.
You know you
You
wrong.
know it already.
You
That
know you
part.
done fucked up, right?
Yeah,
You
that
know you
part.
done
Like
fucked
you know damn well
up.
you wrong.
Really does not require punishment, but you will learn if you are punished. Think about when you get a speeding ticket, you slow down after getting it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that
Damn
you
right. Like,
you right.
that's different though. That's a different kind of context though. Yeah,
I don't
down.
think I ever learned after getting a speeding ticket because I just live in Texas, so I keep going faster. So
Nah,
man, y'all
they
y'all
I learned
better
as soon
cut
as
that
I
shit
got
off.
here. As soon as I got here off the plane, I learned. I got you know how many damn tickets I got? I got tickets for shit that I didn't even know you could get tickets for. I learned quick.
Oh
because y'all can't
man.
drive in New York.
Yo, see, how we
As
go
soon
with
as I
here
got
you
there.
go. Y'all niggas can't
I'm
drive
playing.
out
No,
here.
no, no, no. I'm
45
playing.
got
Don't
the
do
most
well.
first of
deaths.
all,
Don't get
hold
started.
on, hold
Y'all,
on.
y'all
Ain't
can't drive.
nobody in the
Y'all
South
good.
that drive. Everybody,
No, they
every
can't.
morning I go to work, it's 3 cars piled up on the side of the road because they gave
Every
niggas they license
day.
during COVID and nobody had to take a driving test. So the whole South is running rapid down here and they just
All right,
fucking up
man.
cars. Every
All
morning
right,
I go to work, I got a 45-minute delay because we got 3 accidents on the highway. That shit doesn't
No,
happen.
that ass.
Yo, we just got a lot of traffic.
Texas. Especially in Texas. I'm sorry, Jay. I know you from here and all of that, but y'all cannot drive. I don't care what city.
Nah,
you in.
45 is
The
the worst
whole
highway
state
in
of Texas
America,
just
man.
can't drive. They
It is
cannot drive.
45. 45 is terrible.
Yeah, 45 is actually the worst highway in America. That's
Yeah.
like that ain't even like something we play around with. You gonna die on that motherfucker. You fuck around, you want to on that highway. You gonna die on that.
Now make no sense. I'm telling you, bro. In the South, I don't know about these drivers
That
down
shit-
here. They don't.
45
Yo, the
a
South
dollar.
they don't got no care in the world when them motherfuckers down here drive.
No.
Hold on. What he said? Hold on, wait. Let me read my man question for you. He said, "Yeah." Then it becomes enabling. It may be the first time. Take your time, explain it. But if it happens over and over, then some punishment might be needed. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that. Nick. Hell yeah. If you
My
keep
boy
going, that's why I was
with
keep
your
going
child.
over and over like that. Yeah, your ass should be held to some punishment if you don't learn your lesson.
I feel like
And
when I'm dealing with somebody who can't take accountability and they want to argue after, you know what I'm saying, or during, I'm just not at that point. I'm not talking no more. Like at that point, it's you just feel how you feel.
Watching your
And I
breath.
feel how I feel, and that's it.
Watching
Like, cause
your breath.
that's too much. That's too much. You know.
That's why I said I wish in certain situations I would have just took accountability instead of arguing, because you don't realize I don't try to blame it on my astrology trait, but sometimes Aries we just be impulsive and we be like, nah, what the fuck you talking about? And then
Yeah,
then we sit back and think about it like, damn, I should have just shut up and been like, all right, how do I fix that? But sometimes we just be like, nah, you attacking me, and it really don't be like that's the Aries shit in me. You attacking me,
But that was another point that I was gonna prove too. Like that was another point I was gonna bring up. When you are approaching someone about accountability, it's all in your approach too. It's all in how you voice that, or it's all about your tone. It's all about your mannerisms. You know what I'm saying? Your body language when you are, talking about accountability. That you can't go at somebody, at their neck when it's time when you want them to be held accountable for something, because then they're gonna feel
that
attacked.
counterintuitive of they like. That's what people say. Why you like all the good shit you throwing it in my face? No, because you throwing all this bad shit, so I gotta have a counterintuitive.
I gotta have something
to throw all this good shit in your face. So you want to hold me accountable for the bad. So let me start bringing up the good shit. I can hold myself accountable for it.
Yeah, no, like it is definitely about approach. I will agree. You can't just go at somebody's head and talk about some damn this, and that. Like, nah. But
you didn't take the trash out in a month. But what about the whole year I took it out? You worry about 1 month, motherfucker. So I know understand. It's definitely that. You definitely, yeah.
So Tosh said, "Throw the rock and hide the hand."
Throw the rock
Yeah,
and
that
hide
part.
the
Like
hand.
I can't do it. You creating the whole situation, knowing damn well it's, you know what I'm saying. And then you want to play victim, or you want to cry. You want to no.
It's New
That's
York. No, y'all niggas can't
No,
drive.
hold on a minute. That's my boy right there. That's my boy. And he know I'm about to get on his ass. Yo, Antonio, I'm about to get on your ass, homie.
That's
Now,
my
you better
boy
cut
right
that
there.
shit out.
That's my boy right
Yeah,
No,
that's
there.
my
wait,
boy.
no. New Yorkers, we
Now,
know how to drive. We just drive recklessly. It's a difference. Y'all just can't drive.
Hold on, wait a minute, Nels. You speaking
What?
for the women drivers. That's the women drivers who be driving. Now, I'm telling you, all over the world, I'm scared to get in the car when women be driving because the
Women
women
can't
now,
drive.
especially now,
Women can't drive. Period.
I can drive.
We'll just put that right
Nobody
there.
No. I don't know what y'all talking
Y'all
about,
can't
because
drive.
I can
Y'all
drive.
be driving
I
fast
can
as hell.
speed racing out this bitch. I can drive.
Exactly.
I can race. I can
yo,
drive.
Exactly. You said race. Exactly.
getting
Y'all
in the
be
car.
scared as hell, just like Neville.
What? So y'all don't race?
No.
No,
No.
no.
No fun.
Hell no.
That's not fun at all.
Nah.
You so what you
I'd definitely be
drive
racing
like
out this
grandma?
motherfucker if I got
10 and 2.
You know what I mean?
Oh
Chris,
no.
on that crazy shit. That's it. Yeah, I'm regular. You know, I might lean back in the seat, man.
I
Trying
don't
to make
even
it
think
home.
Jay might not even be a Leo. He ain't got the fire in the same.
Nah,
You
bro.
don't be
10 and
racing.
2.
What the fuck?
10
I
and
be
2.
on that bitch racing. If I get ever get the chance,
When I gotta go somewhere, I gotta go.
Hey,
But you gonna get there alive. If you driving with me, you're not gonna die. Okay?
Hey, I'm a
You're not
super
gonna die.
Leo, bro.
We just gonna get where we gotta go
I'm a
fast.
super Leo, but you know what I'm saying? Certain things, nah,
No,
I gotta make it home.
nah, 45 was killing niggas before I even touched Texas.
Hey,
Don't say
I was
that.
about to say that. Listen.
nah.
The 40 or I-40 stretches from Wilmington, go all the way out to California. That I-40 is a raceway here in North Carolina. He know what's up already. Antonio, stop that bullshit. Y'all Southerners cannot drive. And
No.
you know that every morning. This is not a New Yorker. Like when I'm riding by on the highway and you see them standing out there with the sheriffs or the highway patrol, all of them got that country ass accent. They ain't no New York niggas in there like, yo, you fucking out shit. All them niggas like, hey, whoa. And that's those niggas on the side of the road. They ain't got nothing to do
Bro,
with
y'all
us
don't
northern
even
niggas.
drive,
Ain't
y'all
nothing.
ride subways, bro. Y'all be riding
No,
subways.
not
It's
Y'all
more
not even
convenient to
man,
ride
y'all
the subway,
y'all
but
be
niggas
riding
got
not
cars in
subways
New
and
everybody.
York.
walking.
I don't
No,
know
Nah,
where
not
the
bro.
hell that
Good.
everybody in
come
New York
from.
ride a
We've been
subway.
driving since 16. Y'all been riding subways and walking. Nah, bro.
Not true.
Nah,
We
that's
Hey,
drive
a
hold
way
myth.
on,
better than
That's
y'all.
a myth, man.
Not
I'm
true.
hold on,
about
y'all.
to turn around.
They've been
I'm about
driving
to
since
turn them up.
16 and they still fucking up their cars.
And they can't
So
drive.
y'all
They
did
still
all that
can't
driving.
drive.
This is what y'all want to tell us? Like we was late bloomers at driving. Yeah, we got cars that when we was adult and y'all
Man.
had cars that still down here fucking up the cars. Y'all know it already. Come on, man.
Y'all
All the
niggas
little
dancing on
college kids,
subways while we was driving. I got you, man.
It's like, come on, man. Y'all already know, man.
Asians and New Yorkers. No,
Oh,
Asians. You can't say that about Asians. You can't say that about. Sorry, Facebook and YouTube. You
Hey, I
can't say
like
that.
I like that nigga, bro.
No, he can say that. No.
Yeah.
I took the quiz already. He could. He could say that.
Nah,
Ain't
I'm
nothing
just
wrong
playing.
with saying
No, why I
nothing
say
wrong
that?
with
Because Asians got the eyes, the way they eyes are built, they can't see in the clear of 2020
Oh,
vision.
wow.
That's just my science to it. That's just my
See,
science
now,
to it.
right
That's
there.
just my
Now that right there now, ho.
I don't
That's just
know.
my
But
science to it.
I don't know. I don't
Yep,
know.
we sure do.
It's just my science to it. Y'all playing.
You got that-
They actually get their
Hold on,
eyes.
yo,
They
G.
actually get those type of eyes from black people, but that's a different story from a
Hey,
different
G.
time.
Yep, we
Let me
Listen,
tell you
sure
something,
right.
Cheese.
I have those
You
type of
are
eyes.
From the
I
times,
can't.
the times people.
right. Cheese in the debates because I would rather live in the South where I could protect myself and I could call
Mhm.
911 after the fact. I don't want to be in New York where a motherfucker chasing me up and down the block
I'm
with a
telling
gun
you,
and
Texas
shit.
got the
I
best.
ain't down with none of that.
Texas got the
You
best
trying to
family
chase
ground
me?
in
You have
America.
a bad
That part. I ain't even
Oh,
gonna hold you.
no. Texas got the worst gun fucking laws. Hold on a minute. Let me stop this for a minute, 1 second. Y'all niggas bugging the fuck out. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Texas got the best gun laws. Is this man crazy? Texas gun laws say that you can kill somebody if they're breaking into your car. That is not a good gun law, brother, for property. You can kill people for property.
No,
This is not
cool.
cool.
Don't touch my shit. I agree. I like living in Texas specifically for that.
If I catch your ass stealing in my car, yeah, it's
Y'all
going
full
down.
of shit. Y'all full of shit in Texas, and y'all need to change that. I agree with stand your ground.
Don't touch my shit. Don't go in my car. Like absolutely not.
Come on,
it's
come on. It's an object. We could get insurance. We got in case shit on there. You know,
insurance. You got to pay the deductible. They take too long.
And then insurance. You gotta wait for them niggas to come out.
Yeah, we don't got time for that.
I won't fuck with yours. That go Jake and I'm coming.
No, I got shit.
Yeah,
I got things to do. I got things to do. Don't touch my fucking car.
Hey yo, to my Texans that's on here, the platform, to my Texans that's out there in the crowd, I feel y'all. But that's just one thing that I'm gonna have to disagree with y'all.
The only thing in Texas,
I'm here.
just don't shoot the nigga in his back. And everything else, you're gonna get away with it. You're gonna get away with it. Just don't shoot the nigga in his back. Everything else, you're getting away with it.
You good. You getting acquitted.
Yes. And look what he said. Look at Chiefs. Florida and Texas, best states for self. No, that's what I'm seeing. And I told y'all know all the crazy people come from Florida. Everybody in the world know that already. And y'all know. That's why I keep telling y'all. I love the South. Don't get me wrong. I love where I could go to work. I could go to the store. I could protect myself and everything. But Florida and Texas, y'all need to revisit that. I'm not telling y'all to get rid of the stand your ground. But killing people for property, like, come on, guys. Like, in all fairness, come on, guys. Like, that's property. These are real lives that people could be taken from them
for my life.
You know, Texas, it even goes farther. You know, in Texas, if a nigga swing on you and you shoot him, that's considered standing your ground in Texas.
I feel threatened for my life.
I fear for my life. He swung.
No, for real. But then imagine, you gotta imagine this too, Rano. Like, if somebody could take your stuff, but then what else are they willing to take? They could take your life too. Like, no, absolutely not.
He was willing to take the sandwich I bit off that was in my car. He willing to take my life.
Yeah, you know, it's levels to that.
That nigga was
she gonna say, yo, say that now, Rob. But if you see someone unhooking your stereo, you are not about to say, give it
Hey, stop it, sir, please. Yeah.
Put that down.
Listen,
put it down.
But listen,
no, you're not.
On seriousness, in North Carolina, where we in the car, you can't shoot nobody for breaking into your car. You will be in prison.
Yeah,
so
they gotta revisit that. They gotta revisit that in North Carolina.
No. We got to stand your ground now. If you feel like somebody about to knock your head off and they punch you, you got all right to defend yourself. But for breaking into cars, if you break into my home, all fine, get your ass shot. But
you
if you breaking into a
car, your car.
But a car is not about to harm you.
How the young boy say, "You're breaking my car, I'm gonna jelly your shit."
Your car is an extension of your home.
How the young boy say, "I'm gonna jelly your shit." You breaking my car.
Yes, Florida definitely leads the nation in donkey of the days. They definitely do because they crazy as hell. Hurt themselves and the homeowner. Yeah, see, that's why I got listen, Jake. That's why I got the fuck out of.
Love New York. I love it.
Yeah.
But
New York went too liberal for me. They done went too liberal for me. Like I had to get the fuck about New York.
That's white liberal problems right there.
The 5 boroughs in the Long Island area probably got a lot of, but if you go upstate New York, it's very conservative. It's just like Texas. If you go upstate New York and shit like that, so the laws is a little different from the 5 boroughs to New York State laws. It's definitely different.
It is, but not too much. Like, cause see down here, it don't take you that. It's in New York, like upstate, it take you a long time to just get your gun license. Like it takes months.
Yeah,
Down here, you get that shit Like,
I had mine's like the next out. Like I want to take the test. That
yeah,
was like the written test was like 4 hours. Then he
yeah,
said, "You ready to take the shoot?" I went and shot the 50 bullets. And he said, "You got your license."
yeah.
And
You do your fingerprints.
No,
They
no, no,
down
no,
here
no,
where
no,
I
no,
live
no, no,
at. They got all of
no.
that shit in the
No,
same
a
area. So you
certificate.
take
You
your
had to go.
test.
You had to get a background check first, though. You didn't just give you your gun
Yeah,
license. You had to get
no,
a
they
background.
do the
no,
background right there on the
right
spot.
there. That's what I'm saying. Like here where
My
I
shit,
live
Why
at,
Texas?
you
This is why
my shit,
Texas and Florida deserve the day. Y'all
my
fucking
shit
the
came
fucking
back in 30 minutes, nigga. That's what I'm
that they
telling you.
do
By
they do
the
your
time
fingerprints. They
I
do
was about
your
to
they
take the
do the
written test, and he was telling me, "Oh, your background clear."
yeah, they do it all in the same thing, same area, same day. It's but they don't deserve the donkey of the day. Like I said, it's about protecting yourself, and you gotta like I said, I
They
got
deserve the
kids.
donkey of the day when you can listen. I'm not gonna agree with none of y'all on this plan. I don't give a shit. Y'all know I got love for everybody on here, but when you killing people for property, no, that's where it's supposed to stop. Draw the
I
line
need
there.
my
Come on,
car.
y'all
I
have
need
a
my
heart.
car to get my
Come
kids
on, y'all
around.
have
You
a
don't be
heart
touching
now.
my shit.
Come on, guys, have a heart. We can't be killing people for property, guys. Come on,
We
please, y'all.
ain't
Like I
saying
said, I
kill
don't.
them. You don't gotta kill them.
I
You
will
can just
mortally
disown
wound
them.
you. I'm gonna fuck you up.
So
You
you
ain't
gonna.
going. You ain't going.
You could
You
shoot
don't gotta
somebody in
kill
the
them.
leg.
They
You
just
might
gonna get
hit
shot.
you might hit an artery and kill them. You might hit an artery and they ass out of here now.
No, but
So you
that's
never
why you
know.
gotta know where to shoot. You
I will
gotta know
mortally
where and
wound
how
you.
to
You
shoot.
gonna be fucked up for a little
Well,
bit.
police is trained
Not
to
for a
shoot
little
center
bit.
mass.
You're gonna be
That's how
fucked
I
up
was
for a
trained to
while.
shoot. Like when I took my shit down here, I'm trained to shoot center mass. I'm gonna hit you in your damn chest and tear it all up. I ain't trying to hit the headshot.
Yeah, nah. You go to
And this is
you.
not preaching violence. This is if somebody trying to break into our home, guys. Just to
See,
let
in
y'all know out there,
Texas,
this is
they
no.
suggest you use hollow points too, because they better for self-defense. I'm telling you this. I did they tell you all this shit on the test and everything. They suggest you use hollow points because it's better for self-defense. A
It
flat
is because
a full metal might just go through a nigga. That hollow gonna drop you on the
Yeah.
yeah,
spot.
the full metal jackets keep going. They hit somebody, probably go through them and keep going. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you gotta have when you out in the streets and you want to defend yourself. Make sure you load the thing with the hollows because when
The
they hit
hollow
your ass,
you gonna drop.
hit in your ass. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that full
But nah,
metal might still be
but
coming
yeah,
at you. He might.
in all seriousness, man, Governor Hot Wheels, change those laws, man. That's y'all governor
Not
down there.
governor.
Governor Hot Wheels.
I fuck with Abbott. You can't do Abbott
I like
that.
I like Abbott too.
Abbott kept this bitch open during COVID, man. He kept the money rolling. You can't be fucking with Abbott.
No, because they be fucking with my girl down there, so I gotta fuck with homie. They be fucking
Yeah,
with my girl down there in Texas, so you know I gotta go. I gotta fuck with Abbott. I ain't got no
No,
beef with him. I
Abbott
ain't got
is
no
good
beef with him.
money.
I ain't got no beef with
Abbott
him.
is
But
good money.
You know what I mean?
Black and Talkative, we're y'all ready for this? Black and Talkative, we're a black conservative podcast. Clip that.
No, this fuck we what you talking about, bro? Hold on. Fucking hold on. Excuse my language, I'm not gonna use too many nasty words, but is this man crazy? He has come tonight. Like, listen, he can speak for his own shit because I don't agree with nothing like Tim Scott. Tim Scott is a clown. Now, if you want to be, if you are conservative and you are, a Hispanic man, a white man, that's fine with me. But I don't even think black and conservatism should go in the same sentence today because black people are conservative overall, but I cannot see myself agreeing with a party in a line with a party where you can look at their senator picture and you see the one black dot out the whole picture with his ass mouth just looking like a fucking moron. So I'm not gonna align myself with, and I definitely not gonna align myself with guys like Chuck Schumer. So don't worry, guys. I'm not a liberal or I'm not the conservative. So this is not a black conservative podcast. Don't listen to nothing that man is saying to the bottom of the screen down there. Fucking total bullshit. We are open to everybody. We don't matter if you conservative. We don't matter if you liberal. I don't care if you Baptist, you Christian, whatever you want to be open in here to everybody. Nah, but all facts. I mean, like
I just had to have some fun.
Like and subscribe.
yes, definitely. Like and subscribe, baby, because that's what we do. I told y'all in the beginning of this shit. We drink Black and Talkative juice because I'm gonna get that deal.
Nelly and juice.
we
Nelly
don't
juice.
talk
We're
about
gonna
that.
name it Nelly and juice because Black and Talkative
No,
juice don't even come off. It just take too long. Nelly juice come off right. Come off better because we gotta
motherfucker here.
change it from the
All
Diddy
right,
juice
when
to
I
the
get the
Nelly
deal, I'm
juice.
telling you, I'm only giving y'all 2%. When the deal come, when I sign the check, I'm giving y'all 2%. That's it. I'm telling y'all. Just know.
I
I'm gonna
can't.
hand y'all all
You gotta
20,000.
give me at least
That's it.
7. I came with the name Nelly
No,
juice.
fuck that shit. This is the Ray Charles day, nigga. You get 20 cents, nigga, on the dollar.
No. Not Rachel.
Now
Tasha
hold on, but
said,
serious. Shit.
Tasha said,
Rock going to watch them drive off with it. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
yeah, he definitely is on some don't kill him because of the property.
Hold on, let me
He
tell my brother
definitely will.
that.
We
We need to end the red versus blue. We are all people. That's the main. Thank you. Hey, yo,
Yeah,
Jay. I'm glad,
we
listen, Jay,
touched on that
I'm
last
glad
night.
you're tuning into here. I don't know if you tuned in before, but if you go back and watch a couple episodes when I was speaking on the Rainbow Coalition with my boy Fred Hampton, I spoke on these things. At the end of the day, we need to stop playing with each other because at the end of the day, this red and this blue side, y'all got to think about it. Whenever we need major laws passed into effect, we need 60 senators to pass the bill, and we need a majority in the House. It's only 53 Republicans. So whenever they need 7 Democrats to cross over. So just know, if you Democrat, Republican, and you mad at what bills is being passed, somebody on the other side flip. They are sitting in these rooms together while they're coming up and crafting these bills, and they playing us for fools. They don't give a shit about the American people. So today, I hope this could reach everybody out there in America today. Please tune in and reach out to stop playing with this red and blue. It shouldn't be no Republican, no Democrat. At the end of the day, we are all Americans at the end of the day. And first and foremost, we are all American people. Don't matter if you Black American, white American, but also my white American friends, y'all have to start going into y'all neighborhoods and preaching this shit to y'all people as well, though, because it's not gonna work if we still got 35% of the country still hating everybody and telling them that immigrants is stealing their jobs or Black people is not qualified to be a pilot. When you got dumb shit coming up like that in the media and people saying hateful things like that, the country is not moving forward. So I agree with you. We don't need Republicans. We don't need Democrats. We need real Americans, and that's us right here. We are the real Americans. We the ones out there busting our ass every day. We the one who paying the taxes. We pay more taxes than the 1% of this country. So I don't understand how we keep fighting against each other for fucking billionaires and shit. We all at the bottom. America is playing this fucking trick on all of us. Don't matter who you are. If you're not in a class sitting around with them, you are a part of the problem when you go out there and you defend this bullshit that's going on today.
You know what I always said? I said this when, like the whole war was going on. When people or, the troops and everybody get deployed and they go overseas or they go to wherever the war is, you think those people care about what, how you say, like if you are a Republican or if you are a Democrat? They don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? To them, you are American and you the enemy. So at some point, y'all gotta come together. Like it doesn't matter. So again, I mean, I like I said, I don't get too much into politics because I'm not too abreast on it. But that's just my take on it. Like when you go across overseas or you go in a war, they see you as an American and they see you as the enemy. They don't care if you are Republican, a Democrat, or liberal or conservative. They don't care about none of that.
Nope, definitely not at all. They don't care about none of that. And that's what I try to tell people. Like when we open them countries, like you said, they're not looking at a Democrat or Republican. They look at you as American, and they ready to kill your ass. No matter what side you're on. Yeah, they don't matter what side you're on. They don't care about none of that shit. And I don't know, man. Jay, you got something to input on this? I'm sorry, my brother. I know I've been going crazy and shit for about 5 minutes. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But this shit truly touches my heart when they start talking about this red and blue thing. I really hate it?
Nah, I just let y'all cook. I just let y'all cook on that. But I just spoke my stance on the red and blue. We all know it's all symbolic. Red and blue,
Mm-hmm.
blood, Republican, Democrat, AFC, NFC, the East versus the West in the basketball. It's all the police lights, red and the blue, the American flag, red and the blue. It's all symbol. It's all symbolism. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That's why I just try not to get too caught up in it. Cause
That's right.
me, in my opinion, it's just a waste of time. So
Mm-hmm.
I just let it ride. They gonna do what they do, and we just gotta make the best of the situation in the car that we was built.
Got you. Let me. Oh, I didn't forget about y'all the other night too. Remember when y'all was going at it? Forgot about nails. We got to go back to that too before we get up out of here tonight too. So we definitely got to go back to that because she was going in on Saturday night and we couldn't catch her on that shit. But where the ladies at, man? Where y'all ladies at now, man? Where y'all at? We got about a good 20-25 minutes left up in here. Where the ladies at, man? We gonna have to definitely direct the show to y'all now, ladies. Where y'all at, man? Let me see the ladies who out there in the crowd with us, man. Check in, man. Throw y'all checks in the crowd, man, before we get into it. See what y'all got. And if anybody got a question, man, drop a question for us out there, man. Anybody in the crowd got a question, drop it for us, definitely. Don't be
Hey,
shy, man. I've seen a lot of people out there watching this shit, and y'all be out there shy as hell, man.
Hey
Drop a
Jay,
question
just
in the
some
comment,
food
man.
for thought from the next episode. Can God exist
Mhm.
without the devil? Hmm.
That's
Nah,
definitely a good topic.
That's a good. That's a
That's a
good
good
one.
topic. Let's get into that next one because that whole duality
how
stuff,
about
people may not understand what you're talking about, but yeah, we can get into it.
Oh yeah, they definitely don't understand. I always say duality, but yeah, can
Yeah,
God exist without the devil?
listen?
yeah,
I told
yeah.
y'all, yeah, when we get into those, we gonna record that shit and we gonna put it out. So we could go
Yeah.
back over and we could look at it, make sure
That's
that
why
we
I
not
asked the question. I was about to make the
yeah,
announcement for our recorded shows. That's what I was saying. That's we
got you,
gotta
got you. Yeah,
get it out.
definitely. We could definitely get into that. Like I said, because it don't matter who you are, where you came from. If you black, your ass was raised around a bunch of Christians. So just know.
Absolutely.
Let me see about that. All right, yo, but yeah, well, y'all, what y'all was kicking off Saturday night about what was going into the
The
equality of
thing is,
woman and power.
if woman is
Power.
empowered enough, the question I was going to, because I wanted to ask the question is that when you say are if women when you say is women empowered, or do you mean is black woman empowered when you're saying it? That's the question.
Listen, when we speaking about things like that, we speaking at the lady that we got on the platform with us. So we definitely gonna start with black woman empowerment. It can lead into the other woman and shit, but we definitely gonna talk about black woman empowerment.
No, that's what I was saying. So that was I was saying. So do you, Nels, think black women empowered enough?
No, no, and that's what I had said in the comment section on Saturday. Like, we are not empowered enough, and that's why I try to preach Black women empowerment or women empowerment in general, because we have this tendency, for whatever reason, to try and tear each other down. And I really don't understand the dynamic or why that is, but we have this tendency as women to try and tear each other down, whether they feel or whether we feel intimidated by one another, whether it's envy, whether it's jealousy, whether it's, stature. It goes into so many different levels, but women have this tendency to be in secret competition with one another, have this secret animosity towards one another, or even their animosity can be out loud. They're just always tearing one another down, and it's sad. It's very, very sad. I think another point to make, and another question was, why is it that, I think Jay asked the question, why do women say that they don't have a lot of female friends?
Yeah.
And for me, I'm a girl's girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love women and I love making friends that are women. I love, like I said, empowering women. I'm always building the next woman up. I'm always, giving the next woman her flowers, adjusting the crown. If I see a woman that's like, moving a little funny or whatever, I'll pull it to the side privately and be like, yo, you shouldn't, it's not a good idea to like move that way or present yourself that way, etc. Some women don't like that. Some women will, take that as me being, funny or acting funny or whatnot. But it's just constructive criticism. But a lot of the time, it's not that we don't like women. It's more of our experience with women or how we were treated by other women. You know what I'm saying? Like the love we put out was not the love that we received, or we come from traumatic friendships. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been through traumatic experiences with other women. And so that's kind of where we get a little standoffish, and we're just like, you know what, I'd rather not even deal with that. So when we say like, we don't have a lot of female friends, that's why, because we have to deal with secret animosity, jealousy, men issues. We got to deal with all kinds of stuff that we don't want to deal with. A lot of us, we love women. We would love to have friends. If we could all be friends and kumbaya, that would be great. Like we would love to do that, but it's not always reciprocated back. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the love that we pour out as women is not always reciprocated back from the next woman. So we just rather not deal with it. I know, like for me, like I said, I grew up as a tomboy, so I kind of relate and get along better with males than I do females. But I still have a lot of love for females. It just wasn't reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? So when I noticed that, I kind of just, I don't want to be bothered with that. Now I do have friends that are women who have the same mindset that I do. They've been through some of the same experiences that I have been, so we kind of have that in commonality. You know what I'm saying? We're like, all right, boom, since we don't get along with certain type of women, let's just stick together and be our own best friends. But that's the reason why a lot of women say that, like, you know what, unfortunately, we had these experiences. We suffered this traumatic event with our best friend or our so-called best friend or whatever. And it's happened multiple times with multiple women. Some women have the same character traits, and we just don't want to deal with that specifically.
So when
She
you
said,
when you saying women empowerment, are you saying more like just women like being united, or just like being empowered like systematically?
I say like women empowerment in terms of like building a woman up. Um, I guess it would be systematically. You know what I'm saying? Like all of us kind of like uniting, or like if I see another woman down, like I'm not going to kick her while she down. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm gonna build her up. You know what I'm saying? If I see her, especially if she was in a similar situation that I was in, I'm not going to laugh or joke or make fun. Like, nah, I'm a give her the tools to build her up. You know what I mean? And that just goes on for so on and so forth and so forth and so forth. So if that's systematic, if that's what you mean by
Okay.
systematic in that terms, then yeah, absolutely. Like I'm I will never ever in the history of niggerdom make fun of a woman going through anything. No, I am so dead ass. Like I am
that was
when I
funny.
tell you I'm a
Just,
girl's girl, I'm a girl's girl,
Nigga,
and I'm gonna
nigga.
build
That's
her the
that's
fuck
what's up.
up. Now, like I said, some women are intimidated by that. Some women I've come across, they don't know how to take that. They think like I got a motive or something like that. But the people that really know me, they know like that's really how I am. I'm a real genuine person, and I hate to see another woman down, especially because we all go through the same shit, whether we want to talk about it or not. We've all been through the same shit. We all went through the same struggles. Nobody's better than the next. And you will never see me kicking another woman down. It's not in my nature. I'm gonna build that woman up. Now, if you coming for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been in a situation before where I got into it with an old friend of mine, and You know what I'm saying? Like she did try to come for me and use my experiences or what I shared with her in confidence. She tried to use that against me. Like, yeah, now we talking something different. But I still will never like try to kick another woman down or anything like that. I'm all about building women up, but it's not always reciprocated.
Yeah. Okay. So no, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like when you at first said women empowerment, I was trying to figure out what angle you was coming from, because that angle that you coming from, like trying to make women be more united, stick together, you know what I'm saying, have each other back type stuff. Like, yeah, that's cool. I
Yeah.
thought when you said it, I thought
Now
you
you,
was coming from a perspective like as far as like systematically like bring y'all up, because I feel like women are empowered. You know what I'm saying, especially now in 2025 more than anything.
Are you
But
talking
you
about
saying more
like
so.
I think
socially,
But you
that's
like
saying,
societal
but,
wise?
yeah,
I think
Like
but
Mel
you
took it
saying,
from a
societally?
but you
different
saying,
spin
but
from
you
what I
saying
was.
more
My
so.
bad.
Yeah,
One at a time.
societally, like
No,
societally, yes, we are empowered. Like we have more advantages than we used to. We have more opportunities than we used to. There's still a little like gray area between the male versus the female when it comes to like the workforce or when we talking about like the educational system. Um, but in that aspect, yes, we are empowered there. But when we're amongst one another, no. When
That's
we're
what's up.
amongst
that's
one another and we're in the same room, like if you get but 15 women in the same room who have different personality traits and they don't have that mindset, watch how catty it get.
but
Watch
that's what
how
I was
crazy.
Yep. Go ahead.
asking you. That's what I was with.
Go ahead.
I guess what Jay was saying, because you kind of just spinned it off and you spent it kind of good. Because I was just thinking of when I said it's woman empowerment, like black women tend to follow a lot of white fascist and feminist movements that have nothing to do with black women. Like when white women was fighting against their men to go to school and be better educated and to work, that wasn't a black woman fight, because black men, we always allowed y'all to be, to the results of it, y'all the most educated in America and things like that. So sometimes when I ask that question, I want to just ask, do you think black women should be joining white women and other women feminist movements when y'all sometimes, y'all only right for the complexion for the right times? That's what
Right.
I'm trying to
No,
ask
so
you.
in terms of that, I don't get involved with it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
because of that. Because I know that as a black woman, we are automatically viewed as different. And sometimes we're viewed as a threat. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to other races and women in other races, especially too if we have a higher education or we have more qualifications, we're viewed as a threat. So when it comes to like feminists and activists and all that stuff like that, I don't get involved. Again, I'm not too abreast on what's going on with anybody else or what any other community. I maybe that's something that I should start looking into.
No,
um
because that's what like a lot of these sayings come from, like toxic masculinity. No such thing as toxic masculinity, but toxic masculinity and things like that. It comes from a lot of these feminists, these white feminist movement groups, where I don't understand when like black women. Let's just congratulate them; they're the most educated in the nation, and that comes from just being, sometimes being that they had to become more educated because of the things that they arrested. When you arrest all the older brothers and fathers and leave mothers and daughters to raise a generation of boys, that's what you get. You
yeah,
get women that got to become extra educated, and that's the reason why I think black women is so the single thing comes with women that's hyper educated, that became hyper independent, that sometimes they don't need a man. So when they get a man, it's not that they don't need him, is that I did all this, so what do I need you for? So it's a lot that I go to it, that I just have a lot of questions, because my biggest my I'm the biggest hater to Margaret Stringer. I just don't like her ass, and I wish she never was created.
I gotta look into
I'm
who
her
she
biggest
is.
hater. So
But To respond to your comment when you said, you know, I guess the more educated a woman is, or the more independent a woman is, the less they need a man. That's not necessarily true. We just don't need y'all for what y'all think we need y'all for. You know what I'm saying? Like that again, that goes back to what we were talking about as far as like emotional availability and you know, just like being that protective person, or that protective spouse, or creating that safe space. Like we need things like that. We need emotional, you know, structure in that sense. Not necessarily that we don't need y'all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a woman is always going to need a man, and a man is always going to need a woman. Nobody wants to live that way, or live alone. Some people can. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't have a problem with being alone. It's a lot more peaceful. But I don't think we were designed to be alone. I don't think we were designed to live without another person or a counterpart.
So you ready for the $1 million question?
So,
Hold on, wait a minute.
So why do you,
Go ahead, David.
so why do you think that's even like a phrase? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need a man. Like, why would that even? Because I ain't hear many men say I don't need a woman. Like, because from my perspective, it's like once, you know what I'm saying, once women largely became more, you know what I'm saying, started getting more into the workforce and start having her money, now she don't need a man because she don't need his money. That's what it sounds like to me. You feel me?
Um,
So it's like, why do you think women are saying that? You
because
feel me? Once they
it
get,
depends on the type of man that they're dealing with. So if you're dealing with a man that's not mature, or you dealing with a man that got, let's just say, you know, I don't like to say it like this, but I'm gonna say it, mommy issues. You got men that's wounded. You got men that can't show up. You got men that can't provide. They can't protect, or they choose not to. Then that's when we get into that defense mode. Like, you know what do I need you for? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't show up in these areas, you can't show up for me emotionally, you can't show up for me physically, you can't show up for me financially, I'm pulling all the weight. Then what are you here for? You know what I'm saying? Like we went back to saying, like, I can't be your mom. I can't raise you. I can't carry you. Especially if I'm working, going to school, and I got kids, and I got the kids, and I gotta carry you too. That's too much. So that's where that comes from.
I'm
Not
laughing.
necessarily saying like I
yeah,
don't need you because I got money, and I don't need your
I'm
money.
Hold
laughing
on.
because you just
yeah,
revived
Hold on,
me.
wait.
yeah,
Let her finish
bro.
it because hold on. The producer is buzzing me hard. Let me read the question real quick before I get fucked up in here, y'all. Hold on one second.
That's what I told you.
When
I'm
women,
laughing because of the
yeah,
comments.
when women say I don't deal with women, it's usually less about hating women and more about protecting
Yes,
themselves.
yes,
I'm
absolutely.
telling you, we could go
Yes.
that extra 30 if y'all got it in y'all. I don't know.
We got it. I got it in
Yeah,
me. But yeah, because they
yeah,
going up. They turning up. And I told you that's what we need the lady on the screen, and they turning up now.
No, definitely, Priscilla.
yeah.
It's you welcome. Cause and you know, like I said, like, and I think I meant to respond to your comment last Saturday, but I couldn't type fast enough. I promise y'all. I was trying to like reply and I couldn't type fast enough, but I knew you understood where I was coming from because you had mentioned something like that too. Like it was more like, you know, it's not that we don't like women. Like I said, we love women. I love women. I'm like I said, I'm a girl's girl. I'm always down to meet new women. I'm always down to network with women. I'm always down for friendships. It's just not reciprocated.
Finish digging.
And so because it's not reciprocated, or because, you know what I'm saying, so many women have stabbed me in the back and or smiled in my face and did some grimy shit. It's like, yo, now I don't want to be bothered with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't want to be
Yeah.
bothered with that. Unless you are the type of woman who have the same mindset that I have. You have this, you know, you goal oriented, you goal driven, and we can relate on that level. Like you've been stabbed in the back, I've been stabbed in the back, and we're not gonna do that to each other. Those are the women that I fuck with. Or
So
I fuck with women that You know what I'm saying? They don't have that they don't have that in them. They don't have that type of spirit of, you know, upon them. So those are the types of women that I fuck with. I fuck with girls. But if I see that you moving funny and you like
so would you date the cart pusher at Walmart if you that's what I was trying to
wait, what?
Would you date the cart pusher at Walmart?
Yeah, if that person can deliver and be there for me and be what I need him to be, I don't care if he push a cart. The fuck?
But
as long as we happy.
You want him to
become
you want him to become the manager at some point.
That part, and then too, like I'm the type of woman that I pour into you until I can't pour no more. I'm gonna help build you up.
What if he got the capability of becoming the store manager?
What? What'd you say?
He said, "What if he don't got the capability to become the store manager?"
Then he stay a cart pusher. What that got to do with anything? I'm being dead ass.
I think Jay. So you're gonna stay with him? That's what.
Yeah, if you can respect me, you respect my kids. You know what I'm saying? You are emotionally supportive and available, and you're not only just emotionally supportive, but you're supportive. Period. And you fit the criteria because I got a whole fucking list of shit that I will and will not tolerate. It really don't matter. You know.
So he's a 40-year-old cart pusher. That's what we're talking about.
Huh?
So look. You said you got a whole list.
I didn't hear what the question
was. Hold on. So you say you got a whole list of things that you will and will not tolerate. I'm not saying give me like everything, but like what's like a few like snippets of what you think like women would generally look for, not necessarily just you, just like in general. You know what I'm saying?
Generally speaking, women we do not tolerate inconsistency.
Mm-hmm.
We don't tolerate I can't say all women, but a large majority of us is not going to tolerate a cheater. Okay, we're not going to tolerate a liar. We're not going to tolerate somebody that's going to gaslight us. We're not going to tolerate somebody that's going to be, you know what I'm saying, in it 1 minute and then out the next minute. If you can't make up your mind about where we going or what we doing, then you might as well stay on the other side. You know what I'm saying? And those are just a few things that I could speak for all women. We just don't tolerate that. Now there's a small portion of women that just don't care because they be on the same timing too. But
so what you tolerate? Because there's a cart boy at Walmart trying to figure it out.
You a real one. If you trying to stay with the cart boy.
No, I mean, because if you
no, I'm just playing with you.
First of all, like if you
I'm
the
just
cart
playing.
boy,
You ain't gotta answer that. Really.
But first of all, if you're the cart boy, at least you got a job. Because there's men out here that don't even want to get a job. They don't want to do anything but to better themselves.
My bad, Cheese. I ain't know that, Cheese. I was just asking that question. My bad, dog, man. He said I was a cart pusher once. A hard dating life non-existent.
The reason why Chris is I don't necessarily want to speak for him, but I think I know the cart boy is largely like invisible. You know
that's why I asked the question. That's why.
And
in your situation at your age, he wouldn't be a cart boy. He'll be a cart man. That's why I said the 40-year-old cart boy.
Well, at least
not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. It's just
at least that nigga got a job. He not out here trying to sell no fucking drugs
and shit like that.
Doing drugs and selling drugs at 40. You're too old for that. You know what I'm saying? And at least if he could contribute to some sort of finances, being a cart boy, and he's willing to, you know what I'm saying, do whatever he can to provide happiness and safety, being the cart boy, I'll take the cart boy over a nigga with a whole lot of money any day, because the person that got the most money usually got the ugliest soul. So I'd rather.
That's what's up.
That cart boy probably hitting you with that 9-inch balls.
Wait, what? This is dumb as hell. You said
What you saying?
what did he say?
I said that cart boy probably hitting you with that 9-inch. Pause.
Look, like I said, I don't talk too much like that because I got my brother over here in this corner, and then I got viewers that know my family. That you know what I'm saying. I am not trying to get no phone calls.
We ain't getting none. Don't get too explicit like that, man.
Don't get me caught up in none of that. I don't. Listen, that's the conversation.
look.
I'm not talking about you. I'm saying in general. Sorry, her people.
Yeah.
That's what's up though. That's commendable. You know what I'm saying? That's commendable.
Yeah, that's
like
real.
I don't
That's real.
I don't think a lot of women share the same sentiment that you do. You feel me? So
that's what I said.
that's
Like
what's
it's a small, like I said, I can speak for a large percentage of us. Now there's a small percentage that they ain't fucking with the cart boy. They not fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? They look the other way.
Why we gotta say cart boy? See,
Because
you done gave him a name.
Hold on a minute. You started that shit. You said if it was a cart pusher, so now that nigga became the cart boy. He's the cart boy now.
You see how New York niggas do? We always give somebody a name.
Get a nigga the whole name, the cart boy. Hold on, what she said? Look what he said. Literally, once I got a job in the store, immediately got into a relationship that lasted longer than it should have. Great experience, though. You see what I mean? Like Jay said, he had to up his game. He had to come from outside pushing carts, and he had to go and do something else.
Who's to say that person that you got into that relationship wasn't looking at you the whole time? They just didn't say nothing. So you
they didn't want that nigga to be a cop boy. That's why they wasn't saying that to the nigga got in the store. That was the problem. He didn't want to talk to him.
No, he's tied outside too much, and she couldn't talk to him. He was outside pushing cars.
You got a question.
Hold on, this is you, Janelle. So are you fine with being a breadwinner in a
relationship? Meaning you pay the rent, he pay the side bills. Yes and no. And I would say
look at Jay's face. Look at Jay's face.
Hold on. I only say that because I was in a situation like that.
Look at Jay's face. Jay said,
it was okay.
Got him.
Hold on, y'all. Let's real quick. Let her answer the question. Go ahead, Janelle.
I only say that because I was in a situation like that before where I was the breadwinner and I was paying the rent and he was paying the side bills until I started paying all the fucking bills. now we got a problem because why am I paying all the bills? What are you know what I'm saying? Where's the money going? What are you doing? That's when it becomes a no for me because I don't want to be taken advantage of. But if we could stick with that, you know what I'm saying? And that's a consistency, then absolutely, I have no problem with that. I have a problem.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Like if that's real, I take your word for it. That's what's up. And let me ask you this, just on that same note. Would it be in that situation? Do you still defer to him? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what kind of leader that is, but I mean, would you? I don't know where he's leading you to, but would you look to that?
No, which is why it didn't work. Because where we come from as women when we say, well, what the fuck do we need you for? Because what the fuck?
That's my whole point. That's my whole point.
No, but you can't be that. You cannot be that dependent on your spouse.
That's my whole point.
You can't be that dependent on your spouse that you want to be carried. You gotta be able to contribute something. In the real world and in life, you can't live for free. We ain't fucking.
Nah. I'm not talking about not contributing nothing. No, I'm not talking about the not contributing nothing. I was talking about when you said that you was paying the rent and dude was doing the side stuff. I'm talking about. I'm not saying ain't nobody contributing. Like, nah, that's like,
That's a
yeah,
dub.
that's totally different. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I'm
straight
saying,
total. Yeah, that's different.
yeah, I'm saying if you paying the rent and he paying the side bills, would you still have that respect for that man, like as a
Yeah.
real man? That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Cause you you contributing. You not
Hold on.
letting me
That's
do
what's
it
up.
by myself. I
You
don't give a fuck
already
if
know
it's
Mhm.
why she got the respect for him. We ain't gonna get explicit. Shit, he ain't in that motherfucker
Hold on.
paying the side
No,
bills
no,
just
no, no, no. That's
what you
not
talking about,
always the
Chris.
case. That's not always the case, though, Chris. It's not always about it because if we still living, if women at our age is still living like that and they worrying about what a nigga sticking them in shit, then her life
I'm
is
just
over with.
being
She
funny, man.
worthless.
Yeah,
You know
nah,
what I mean?
I'm
nah.
just
Like, no, no,
joking.
no.
I'm just
I get what you're saying, though, but she worthless too. If she worrying about how a nigga sticking her the whole time and he ain't
joking.
paying no bills or doing nothing around the house,
Nah,
she a worthless piece of crap.
we don't.
You
Yeah, I
know what
don't
I
even.
mean? So,
I can't even
yeah,
speak on that
I
because I don't
don't.
surround myself with women like that. Like I'm
Yeah, that's what
independent,
I'm
that
saying.
ass. Like the moment I
Yeah,
start
you can't
hearing
do
that
that.
kind of talk and I've noticed that type of behavior, I know that that's
Yeah,
not the
Nah,
crowd
I
for
just
me.
gotta stay off of
that's not the,
Instagram. I
yeah,
be
that's not
That's
the,
watching
not
too
my
much
hold
crowd.
on.
That's not my cup of
Let me
tea.
Capri.
get to my
I
boy
don't
Jake. I
surround
don't want to
myself.
forget Jake. Jake said, "Are you a believer? And if the woman is making enough money for the man to stay at home with the kids, is that okay, or does the man have to work as well?"
No, no, I was in a situation like that as well. You know, if
Mhm.
I mean, we both had income. It just so happened we had different sources of income. So the majority of the time he did stay home with the kids. And I'm okay with that as long as you fucking contributing. You contributing and I'm not having to carry the what fucking load by myself, then by all
Mhm.
means stay at home with your kids. These is your fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
contributing. That means that we don't gotta worry about childcare costs. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to worry about who picking up the kids from school and if they're going to get who's picking them up, if they're going to get picked up late, da da da. We don't got to worry about none of that. If you
You
stay
gonna
at
have
home pops and you can make
you
sure
gonna
that the
have
kids is fed and they dress for school and they come home from school and homework is done, you know what I'm saying? That's a contribution too. Like that's less that I have to worry about, you know?
Damn. After this
you
show
gonna
is over, they
you
about
gonna
to
have
have your whole inbox full. Them niggas about to be calling you from around the world. They like your
oh yeah, for
word.
sure.
Hey yo, she
Cartboy.
like
Yeah,
that. Hey
you
yo,
gonna have it. You
let me
gonna have
get
the
my
cleanest
Instagram
house in
real
the
quick.
world.
A bunch of
Who
Instagram
me?
messages this morning.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
Gonna have 1,000
Hey,
Walmart niggas in her DM
That-
right
yeah.
now.
let me tell you
At
right
this
now,
point in my life,
Tony.
I think I'm all right as far as the relationship or the dating scene.
Clip that.
I'm more focused on other things, so I'm not interested
Yo,
in
Clip that.
everybody, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. You just joined us, man. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Definitely like and subscribe.
Yeah.
yeah
But
I'm
yeah,
not
y'all some fun. This is what we doing here, man. We keep it fun, man. We have fun. We laugh. We tell a little bit of jokes, but we do it with love, man. Definitely. What cheese
he
Yeah,
said,
said
but
"Hold
nah, hey, but nah, that's oh, just real quick. Hey, that's what's up, Janelle. Because I mean, I'm not on the same, but I got partners, and I hear a lot of stories. You know what I'm saying?
yeah
And
Mhm.
that's not what it is typically out here. So
no
Yeah,
if
it's
that's how
not
he's
you,
joking, man.
if
it's
that's
really
how
not
you is,
but
you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what's up.
thank
I
you. No,
just be
it's not.
joking a
It's
lot.
not
Yeah,
typical. And I've definitely will say that I view things differently. I've been in different situations, so that's why my experiences or my responses are a little different from
definitely.
others. Um, but yeah, nah, I was also raised a different way as well. You know, money don't impress me. You know what I'm saying? Like not to toot my own horn or whatever. And God rest my daddy's soul. It's actually his 12th year death anniversary today. But my father spoiled me with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like so we had money. We didn't really have to want for nothing. So money doesn't really impress me. Um but character does, you know what I'm saying? And if you have character and you have morale and of course money, you have to have money, you know what I'm saying? You can't live without money. But if you that's not like a top tier like factor for me. Like that's not the top tier, how you say, like That's
That's
not what I
not the
go
end all.
after.
That's not your pet peeve.
Yeah, that's not something that I go after. Like I'm
Got you.
more invested
That's
or
not your
more
deal breaker.
interested.
That's what you're trying to get to.
Yeah, like I'm more interested in, how you carry yourself, your thought process, your character, your morale, what you do when I'm not looking. So integrity, how you treat me, how you treat my kids, how you show up for yourself every day. Do you have, you know, high or low self-esteem? Because that's going to determine your actions and how you view the world or how you see things. You know what I mean? Like I'm more focused on all those things as opposed to how much money you bring to the table. Now I will hope that you bring, something to the table so that I'm not carrying a full load. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest and say that. Like you gotta have something to contribute financially. But I don't that's not the first thing I look for. You know what I mean? Because like I said, the more money, some people with money, they're sweethearts. Because I've met some men that they're financially stable and they're very sweet. But then you got the majority that are financially stable and they're assholes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not going for that. I'm not going for
Yes. But she said, I can't do it, baby. You gonna pay the big bills. If you need help, I got you when you fall
that
short.
part. I agree with that
That's cool.
too. I
I'm not
agree
mad
with
at that.
that
That's
too.
cool.
I agree with
But
that
let me
too.
just let y'all know. Let me let some of y'all women out there know. Today in this economy, we need a 2 household income, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So don't just
Yeah.
sit on your little yeah.
This nigga was
So
gonna
yes,
come
so
from.
So
definitely
the
right
reason
about
why
this.
I
So,
could
so
say
if something falls short, your ass better be in the back room. You better be back there to pick something up. Because
no,
listen,
so
apartments and shit today, $2,500 for 2 bedrooms. A studio costs $1,500. Like, listen, if I gotta pay all that shit by myself, then listen, hey,
no,
your ass
no
down the road.
no real woman is gonna let you pay that by yourself. I'm sorry. No woman that loves you like that is going to let you pay that shit by yourself.
Hell
That's
yeah,
Do you
hell
number
yeah, of
think
one.
course
when it's
not.
time, should the
Number
woman
All
move
two,
in
day.
with the man, or should the man move in with the woman when your time to make that?
Whoever got the most room, fuck that. Listen. The same way they be getting their opportunities and shit. I want an opportunity sometime too. Fuck that shit. Keep it 100. Like shit, yo, you got a bigger space. Hey, yo, let's go up in your shit. And I got half of those bills now. I'm gonna take care of half of the bills now. Listen, you was just doing 100% last week. Now you can save 50% of your money. I got 50% on you on this, on this place now. You know that what the fuck? Like she had tried to do it to us. The fuck?
so what
Y'all
I
better
was
stop
gonna
playing. Make
say
that
what I was
go
gonna
ahead, Janelle.
say and why I agree with Priscilla as well is because sometimes in relationships and marriages the roles do change and the roles do reverse. And sometimes when
Mhm.
your man falls short, you might have to pick that up. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. If your woman falls short, you as the man, you might have to pick that up. I'll speak
Mhm.
for an example. I got really, really sick 3 years ago where I was in and out of the
Yeah.
hospital every 4 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
was getting infusions done. I was getting surgeries done. I could barely walk. I could barely take care of myself. And my husband at the time had to take care of the whole entire household. He had to hold it down, like for real. Like, and that went on for like, I want to say like a year and a half. So the roles do reverse. But also when he was down, you know what I'm saying? Like there was some shit I had to pick up. You know what I'm saying? So I can see it from both angles and aspects.
Got you. Yeah, I'm glad everything that you went through. I'm glad that you're doing much better today, and I'm glad that God is on your side and God was with you. So I'm
Oh,
glad for that.
thank you. No, yeah, it's a struggle. I still go through like little flare ups here and there, but that's why you always see me in the gym and stuff like that. Like that's why I said it's not a flex that I'm in the gym. I mean, I enjoy the perks. Don't get me wrong, but it's to stay out of a wheelchair. I gotta stay mobile for my kids. So
That's right. No doubt about that. She said,
Tosh,
"Whoever has cheaper rent." I know your ass. That's the most conservative black.
that part,
Listen, you the most conservative black liberal person I fucking know. Conservative
that
and
part.
liberal at the same damn time.
So that was some good dialogue, Janelle. Man, it's a
That
lot
was
of
some good
things I
dialogue
learned.
tonight,
I
man. We did
learned.
You
some
said
good.
what?
I said some good dialogue, some things I learned from some questions I had.
Oh, I mean, anytime. I'm very transparent and I'm very open. You know what I'm saying? I hope that others that are viewing can see that because I'm also very genuine when I speak. Like when I say something, it ain't no bullshit.
All right. So one last question: do you
Mhm.
believe it could be an alpha female?
Absolutely, I'm an alpha female.
Shit, there we go.
Man,
She
this
believe
the
what she believe. Like I tell you,
this
this
is
is the woman.
the shit we
This is
be
the
talking
I'm
woman
an
of
about.
alpha
today.
female.
Why you can't be a beta female and still be
I,
happy with being the beta on
I
the
didn't say
side
I
of
was.
an alpha male?
I didn't say that. I was like happy about it. That's just me. I'm very dominant. I'm a very dominant individual. I have a very type A personality. You know what I'm saying? Like I take care of my shit. That's what makes
Yeah.
me an alpha
But
female.
are you comfortable with being a
Hey,
beta in the presence of an alpha male? That's the question.
That wasn't the question. You just asked that question. Am I comfortable
oh,
with being a beta
she
female? If you
she on
know
her
if you
shit, boy.
know how to
Boy,
lead,
she on her shit, my nigga.
She listen very well, right?
very
She
well.
listen. She
If
listen.
you know how to lead and you know how to be an alpha male, I don't mind being subdominant. No.
But there's no such
Mm.
thing as alpha female,
I'm sorry.
though. Nothing.
Oh,
What?
she hit him with. She said, "Excuse me, I'm sorry."
Nothing.
Yeah. Hold on a
We
minute.
gonna go
Hold
another
on a minute,
30
y'all.
minutes, man.
Man,
You like
my man
alpha and
LL,
feminine.
my boy
Alpha
LL
and
Cool J got
feminine
something
are
to
like
say now.
two
Yeah,
different
Go
things.
go ahead.
what Jay?
What up with Jay? I know Jay. My bad,
What
When I
Jay.
said alpha and feminine are like two, they like on the two totally different spectrums. You know what I'm saying?
an alpha female is someone
Alpha
that
and feminine are
There we go, right there.
What about
Cheese said it.
diametrically opposed.
what about Sigma woman? Okay, so now y'all doing too much Greek letters and terms. I gotta look into that. I don't know
Yeah,
about
I
Sigma.
thought. I'm sorry. I probably kind of confused you with that, but
And
yeah.
see this, like
Say
when we
say
talk
what you were
about
saying.
when we talk about that, I was saying like an alpha female and feminine are like diametrically opposed. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about like type A personalities, a lot of time when you dealing with a masculine man, it's gonna be a clash. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's gonna be a clash. You know
I've
what I'm
had that.
saying? Because that A type personality, especially like depending on what type of, let's say you got a very demanding job, you know, you working demanding hours or you working your way up the ladder. Certain character traits you have to develop in order to get to that status.
I
Right.
agree.
So like I heard a female cop, say that it's hard for her to kind of take her badge off when she get to the house because she's surrounded in
Nah.
that field and she's used to being
Hmm.
so assertive to
Hmm.
where whenever she get home to her man it's an adjustment period. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And
Hmm.
we all then had bosses and supervisors and all of that, and they usually have a particular type of personality to be able to like kind of get people in line, so to speak. You feel me? So
Yeah, but that.
those A type personalities, a lot of time, if you have a masculine man, if you got a subordinate beta male, then I mean, then that's different. But when you have that type of A type masculine man, that's where the clashes happen. You know what I'm saying? So
It
you
so
you'll hear
it
females. Hold on. You hear
Mhm.
females be
Go
like,
ahead.
"Oh well, I think a man is intimidated by me." When it's really not that they're intimidated by you. They just are reluctant to accept the traits that come along with that job title. You know what I'm saying? Not the person, but the traits that come along with you actually making it to where you're trying to make it to. You know what I'm saying?
you talking about in a job sense.
In general,
Relationship.
In
I was just using that. I was just using
as
that
an
as an
example.
example, but yeah,
Oh,
in
okay.
general,
Yes, you are correct when you say that those personalities clash, but somebody has to make the decision then to be the be subordinate. Like somebody got to make that decision. Somebody got to have that maturity. If you don't have that maturity, it's just not gonna work. You're gonna
Why
constantly
can't be a
bump heads.
duality of masculinity and femininity?
Say it again.
Why can't be a duality of masculinity and femininity?
There is.
I mean, you know,
There is. There
somebody
is.
shouldn't have to be a subordinate to each other, right?
There can be like a mixture of the two or a switching of the roles. There can be duality, like you said. It just depends on the
Because
situation.
one of the words I don't like is that submit word. I just think that's just an old.
You're not. I'll,
I just think
yeah.
that's
You're right.
I just think that's just an old
Term?
50s and 40s term, submit. When I hear that a woman got to submit
Listen, man.
to
No,
you.
no,
Like
no,
I
no.
tell people all the listen, The Rock said it the best. Know your role and shut your damn mouth, man. That's the end of that
Yeah,
shit.
no.
That's how
I agree with
know
the
your role
term
and
being
shut your mouth.
submissive, but I don't agree with
Yeah.
the term of submitting.
Mhm.
I don't like that term either. But again,
Yeah.
as far as like I started to say, when you talking about personality, like I'm just speaking for me. I am a dominant person. Like that's just my personality. That's just how I am. And whoever I come across, or I'll just say, for example, like with my last relationship, like we had that understanding. Like I'm not trying to boss you around. You know what I'm saying? I have respect in the sense where I'm not gonna boss you around or anything like that, but that's just who I am. And I've been that way my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And we just had that understanding. Like, this is who she is.
Yeah.
She just has this dominant personality, you know what I'm saying? But then he had his role too, where like us again, he has some strengths and he had his role and he played his role well, and I had my strengths and I played my role well.
What was his zodiac sign?
Yeah, but he was a Virgo.
All right, we going like, all right, I got y'all. Yo, listen, we could say
It's a Virgo. I don't know.
we
Say
gonna
much.
get it. We gonna get into the next one though, but I'm gonna just go on a little round table before for the producer. She over here buzzing me 100 times right now and shit. I got the buzzer going. Hey yo, man, y'all niggas tripping right now. But I not on all seriousness though. But she always send me some shit through at nighttime to make the crowd feel good before we go home and shit. So you know how we do, y'all. Anybody got anything to say before we wrap it up?
Jay looked like he got something to say.
Yeah, I know. We got a lot. That's my LL Cool J. That's
Jay mind is twirling up there. He gonna have some
I see him.
shit to
He
that.
thinking on Saturday. That boy about to come back with some fire on Saturday.
If
Yeah,
he
we
don't
got
come back
we got
Saturday, he gonna come back
we
Wednesday.
got
Like,
to
you know what,
save it.
I thought about what you said last week, and
I be trying to let y'all get it off, and I just be
you
just
absorbing it.
downloading, sitting back,
He's observing
downloading
and
a couple of.
absorbing. He
Ain't
gonna
nothing
come
wrong
back
with
for
that.
some
Nah,
shit.
I'm
I'm
good.
ready.
This was good. This was good conversation, though, man. It was good conversation. But I
Yeah,
thought I
definitely a
thought you
great.
was gonna say that. I thought you was gonna say women empowerment on that other aspect. I was about to get at you.
As far as when what being alpha?
No, no,
We
no,
going.
no. As far as the empowerment, I thought you was coming at like you didn't feel like women were empowered.
Oh no. In society, absolutely.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
society, we're 100%. We've come a long way. I definitely
Yeah.
feel that. I'm talking about us against one another.
I
I'm
like, I
talking
like, I
about us.
like, and yeah, I like how you put that. I like how
Yeah,
you put that too, because
yeah.
that's just like you tied
Us
it in.
against one another, like in a category. Um, in terms of like women versus women. No,
Yeah,
we are not empowered. We do not empower each other. Like, and it's sad. It's like y'all men could get together and y'all could talk. I mean, y'all probably got y'all little issues and stuff like that too. You know what I mean? But y'all get together, y'all could talk about
Mm,
sports. Y'all could
yep.
talk about, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could pretty much get along and have a common ground with any fucking thing. Women, it's always some bullshit. Like, it
yeah,
always be some bullshit. And I hate that for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do hate that for us. Cause I'm like, yo, you are no different than me, and I'm no different than you if you really sit down and think about it. So why are we in competition, or why do you feel intimidated, or why do you feel inferior, or why is that? You know what I'm saying? Or why do you do the shit that you do? For example, why would you go behind your best friend's back and F her boyfriend? You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like what in your mind would make you do some shit like that? That's where I'm coming from. That shit's a dub. Like we shouldn't even be doing that shit to each other. It's more of a sisterhood, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Let me wrap this shit up. Then I got you. We're gonna be back, man. We're gonna be back Saturday though, man. I'm glad everybody who checked in with us tonight, man. Definitely y'all. But
I
say
couldn't see the
hello,
check,
say
but thanks for
prayer for the
checking
crowd.
in.
Oh yeah. Oh, you couldn't see them. I try to kept putting them on the screen and shit. I'm sorry, but yeah, we had a lot of checks out there tonight. Everybody kept checking in with us, definitely. But let me get a little pray out that I got sent in from the producer and shit, y'all. Let me throw a little prayer. I'm sorry to curse. I'm sorry. My bad. Amen. But not dead ass though, y'all. This how I go a little bit like this, man, for real. Dear God, I trust even when I can't see the way. I believe you're working it out. I release fear, doubt, and anything blocking my blessings. Better days are ahead, and I receive them with faith. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Something little short and simple. But yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. I know we went over a long time tonight, but it was some great
Yeah.
conversations, shooting back and forth at each other. We got to bring this fire and this energy every night, though, man. I love it. I love the way y'all guys was bringing the fire and the energy tonight. Nels, you held down the woman part, even though we got some of the women that be out there hiding in the crowd, scared to give off their opinion and shit. But Nels held it down for y'all. So y'all
Mhm.
lucky and shit.
They might disagree. I don't know,
I
but
ain't really take her through the fire tonight. I let her go, man.
well, no, you listen. Bring it.
Don't
And I
worry
was
about it.
about to.
Definitely. Wavy
I was
sneakerhead,
about
man. Who
to.
wavy? Yo, wavy sneakerhead, man. I appreciate you for checking in, my brother. Hey, yo, Cheese, you already
That's
know how we
probably
rock it,
one.
my
That
homie.
seemed like one of my
Day one rock.
homeboys. That name seemed familiar.
Priscilla, we got Priscilla out there. We got Tarsi Tosh. We got Cameron. We got Julio. We got everybody checking in.
Oh, that's
Definitely
Will.
shout out to the newcomers. That's my dog Will. Hey, yo, Will, good looking, my nigga on the check-in. Will, definitely, boy. We got my boy Jake and them came through. We got George came through tonight. So man, shout out to all the newcomers. Make sure y'all like and
I saw
subscribe.
I saw
This,
little Joe too.
oh yeah,
Yeah, little
definitely
Joe,
King
King
in the
Caking.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, King was definitely in the house. So we got a bunch of we got a lot of returning viewers and we got a few new guys. But y'all new guys and new girls, man, y'all come in here and fuck with us, man, on Wednesdays and Saturday night, man. 9:30 on the East Coast, 8:30 Central Time, 6:30 Pacific Time. This is Black and Talkative Season 2, Episode 3. We're about to wrap it up, and we'll see y'all on Saturday night
Like the
for
video.
Season 2,
Like the
Episode
video.
4.
Like the video.
It's
Definitely
occurred.
like and subscribe. Like and subscribe,
And
guys.
clip
I
that,
really appreciate
nigga.
it. Definitely clip